We're looking at aerial footage from this past Tuesday of Edinboro, Pennsylvania. And there's Sox Harrison Stadium, located on the campus of Edinboro University, home of tonight's Class 5A District 10 Championship game between the Oil City Oilers and the General McLane Lancers. And our coverage begins right now. I don't think they're going to get him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 15, 10, 5, touchdown McLane. They stop him again. They stop him again. That's incredible. Nobody's going to get him. 20, 15, 10, touchdown McLane. And good evening and welcome to Stream TV and Armstrong's coverage of the Class 5A District 10 Championship game between the Oil City Oilers and the General McLane Lancers. I'm Jim Bodemer, and with me in the booth to break down all the plays is Steve Bodemer. And down on the field tonight on our wireless mic is Mike Fiorello, and we'll be checking in with Mike just shortly. Steve, quite a ball game coming up here this evening. We saw them once before this season. Great ball game, but tonight it's for everything.
Yeah, this is the one and done section of the season now, and we watched McLane get Oil City 17-12 at McLane High School earlier in the season. Now they're at Edinboro University, and the winner goes on, the loser goes home. This is for all the marbles here.
This is going to be a good one. We watched, as we mentioned, the first time around. It was a 17-12 ball game, but as the pressure is on tonight, also the weather is different. Mike's down at the field. Mike, you're down there getting all wet. Has the rain stopped, or is it still about the same? We catch up with Mike down there.
It's raining a little bit, Jim.
Is it?
Yeah, it started to rain a little bit, which I think will impact the game greatly tonight. And this will probably cause some turnovers, so the team with the least amount of turnovers could be victorious tonight.
The field is, we were talking before the game, Mike, between grass and turf. This is a turf field. With the water on the field, it's going to have an effect. This is a big running game. Both teams like to run the ball. What effect's that going to have on these kids tonight?
I think the effect is going to be, number one, you're going to have to cover the points real well, and you're going to have to mentally be ready to protect that football. You know, McLane practices ripping the ball out of running backs' hands, so if the ball's a little slick, Oil City backs are really going to have to concentrate on keeping that ball away from the Lancers. General McLane, on the other hand, as I said, they do a lot of drills when the ball is wet, so they'll be used to these conditions a little bit. But still, if Oil City hits well, they'll cause some turnovers.
You know, one of the things, Steve, that we talk about all the time going into ball games in our pregame show is what happens in the trenches. And Mike was talking about the running backs and so on. The control of this game is going to have to be in the trenches if these teams are going to keep the ball on the ground.
Well, yeah, obviously, because both teams are ground-oriented. They have excellent ground attacks. So the guys up front are going to have to open up some holes. Of course, we've got two really good running backs, McLane's Hal Jones and Oil City's Christian Cole. And they're going to go head-to-head just like they did in the first game. It was a fairly even matchup, I thought, with a little bit of an edge to McLane's side. We'll have to see how each team kind of tries to make some adjustments off of game one coming into the playoff game.
This is a big one. It's for all the marble, as Steve mentioned, and the loser goes home and the winner continues on. So both these ball clubs can have a little bit of jitters. We'll see whether or not they can get rid of those things, and the team that settles down, gets into the game plan first, probably will walk out of here with the win. General McLane, Oil City, good ball game. We're going to have that game for you, so stay with us. This is the pregame show on Stream TV and on Armstrong.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with a pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Toyotas are known for legendary reliability and having the best resale value according to KBB. Plus, every new Toyota comes with 2 years of no-cost maintenance. Stop into Allegheny Toyota to see why now is the perfect time to ride in a new Toyota. With 0% APR still available on your favorite models. Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. What drives you?
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified, licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located in Seneca, Cambridge Springs, Albion, and all over Northwest PA, Andersons makes it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy. Stop in or visit us online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
Welcome back to Sox Harrison Field on the campus of Edinboro University. Tonight's 5A District 10 Championship game. And, well, we had Oil City here about September 14th, Steve, and we got an opportunity to see this Christian Cole as he is one of the outstanding runners in the whole nation, as a matter of fact, by yardage. We'll talk a little bit more about him as we go along, but Oil City's coming in with a pretty good record. The only loss they have is to McLane in the section, so they're coming off a really good football season. Statistically, they look better than McLane right now, but they're coming in as number 2 seed because of the win against, or the loss to McLane earlier.
The loss to McLane, yeah. McLane has 2 losses, Oil City just the 1 loss to McLane. And you can see these ball games here as the schedule's up on there. These are not close ball games. Slippery Rock was the tightest one at 28-10 other than the loss. So they've been very, very good at getting Cole out in open space and letting him run for major yards. We talked about him a little bit, and we'll talk about him probably all night, as this kid's one of the top ground gainers in the country. And that's right, I said country, not in the state.
That's right.
2,900 yards for this young man. That's a lot of running.
290 per game. We had a chance to catch up with Coach York of the Oil City Oilers earlier in the week, and Luke had that conversation.
Coach, first off, congratulations on making it
thank you.
to the championship game.
Thank you.
Talk about the guys you have playing for you this season.
Have far exceeded the expectations going into the year. We knew Christian was going to be good. We changed our defensive scheme a little bit and went to a 4-3, and we got quicker defensive ends, which helped with our pass rush against the spread teams. They've had a great season. It's been a historic season up at Oil City so far. The only thing team has over us is the best season at Oil City. They did win a District 10 title. So we're looking forward to playing General McLane Friday night for it. Happy to be here.
Let's talk about General McLane real quick. You saw them, I believe, week 4, mid-September, early on in the season. Mm-hmm. When you look at where you're sitting now, and you look back at that game, what sort of things do you go back and what's changed from then to now?
Well, going into this game, going into the General McLane game, we lost a 300-pound lineman the week before. So that cost us, and we lost both wide receivers that play. So we had inexperience there. Now, out of those 3, we have 1 back, but then we just lost another lineman last week. And of course, we've been going over all of General McLane's film and everything that we have and see what we did right and what we did wrong. Defensively, we have to clean some things up. But yeah, I think going into last week, we were doing a whole lot better. Going into this week, we're just trying to clean things up defensively and hope we can move the ball offensively.
When it comes to McLane, what are you going to be watching for?
Well, they run like, years past they used to run a triple option. Well, they haven't really been running the triple option. It's almost like a wing T out of a shotgun formation. So that's what they're running. And they have a little misdirections, and they'll pull guards, and they'll actually even false pull guards on you. And they'll pull a guard one way and come back the other way. But they're a well-coached team. Their offensive line is very good. They double team real well. They have a quarterback, number 9, and his name escapes me, and number 25. I mean, they're great runners, and they interchange them at quarterback. If number 6 comes in the game, we know he's the one that throws the ball. So Joe McLane's a very good football team.
We know Christian Cole's been getting a lot of attention this season, rightly so, doing very well. Who else needs to step up? And I realize everybody does in a game like this, but who are you looking at to really step up for this game Friday?
Well, offensively, you have Christian Petro, our fullback. He's run for over 600 yards this year. We're looking for him to do it. Our offensive line has to have a great game to move the ball on them. Holden Stahl, running the option, making good decisions when he does that. Quarterback has to step up. And just a couple receivers just catching the ball when the opportunity arises.
Good group of seniors this year?
Yeah. Our Christian, of course, we have a bunch of them are hurt right now. But yeah, it's a good group. It's a good group of seniors. A couple kids from Cranberry, Dylan Salzgiver, C.J. Schreffler, and Dawson Manross have started for us the last two or 3 years. They've been absolutely fantastic. They've been great kids, great to work with. We just hope we can get them going out on one more game.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Hey, thanks a lot
for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
And that was Coach York of the Oil City Oilers. Mike, you had a chance this year to see Oil City. Meadville played them, and you know a little bit about the coaching staff that way. But this is a pretty good ball club. What's Oil City have to do tonight? What are you looking at in terms of their goals, so to speak, their game, things they have to do in the game?
Well, you talk about Coach York. First of all, Jim, you know, he came from Lakeview a couple of years ago. Oil City decided to make a coaching change. And what Coach York has done within 2 years, guys, is he brought back mental and physical toughness back to Oil City. Before he got there, the last few years, they weren't really physically strong across the board, and he's instituted a big-time weight training program. And Christian Cole, the outstanding back that everybody talks about, he was 180 at the end of the season last year. He's 210. He's not only bigger, but he's stronger, and all that is strength and muscle. So the kids have bought into Coach York's program, and he's turned Oil City around. And I think, you know, if you play Oil City tonight, I'll put this out on the table. There's no doubt in my mind Cole's going to get over at least 100 yards, so he'll have 3,000 yards and more for the season, which is unbelievable. If he gets 250 yards and if he finds the end zone 4 times, Oil City walks away with a W.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. I know that he's going to be the key. You know, one of the things that Coach York mentioned there real quick before we go over to the McLane side of the ball, the 2 receivers are back. These 2 teams did not throw the ball. I think the total of 50 times perhaps combined this season. Mike, is that going to have any impact? I know Stahl can throw the ball, and these 2 receivers coming back. What will they do with that?
You know, I got to believe that all eyes on the McLane defense are going to be looking at Cole. And I just wonder in the back of my mind if you use him for a little deception early on to back the defense off, little play action early on and throw to your receivers. Because if not, the McLane will walk up 10 men in the box.
Right. And they did that the last time they played. And we saw that, Steve, when every time they come out of the huddle, we had 10, 11 guys in the box. So. On the other side of the line, we have Ben Howe-Jones, running back for McLane, had himself about 160, 70 yards against Oil City first time out. Excellent running back, over 1,000 yards, and he's going to be the workhorse for McLane. Had a chance to talk to Coach Wells from McLane, and we're going to run that interview for you now.
Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What makes this trip different than previous trips?
Well, I just think it's a great opportunity where you're seeing 2 teams that are very equally matched. Awful lot of parity in terms of the competition. I think we're 2 similar style of teams, and it was a very close game the first time. So I think we're in it for a very good football game for the District 10 championship.
Cole's been getting a lot of attention, but if you look at his worst game of the season, it was against your defense. Talk a little bit about that.
As I said, you know, I think that it was a 17-12 game. They scored on their opening 2 drives, and then we were able to keep them out of the end zone after that, but they were also able to keep us out of the end zone. So each team, I think, was able to score on some big plays, but as far as grinding it out and scoring down in our end zone, we had a good goal line stance, and they had 2. We made a mistake down near the goal line, and I think both teams were able to capitalize on those things, and it was just a very hard-fought defensive battle. Again, I think we're looking at 2 teams that are very similar, offensively and defensively.
You guys met early on in the season. What's changed with your team, and what have you seen with them that maybe has changed since that mid-September game?
I think we both have built on things that we've done. I think both teams do understand their identity, but we've obviously kind of built on some things using some different players and different formations and some different plays maybe, and they've done the same thing. I think that they know exactly what they're doing and what they want to do, but they've done a little bit more passing, and they've distributed the ball a little bit more to some other players, but obviously, you know, Cole's their main weapon.
When you look at your group of guys, what stands out from other teams you've coached?
It's a very tough team. And we have different types of toughness on this team. It's very hard to pin it on exactly what, but we have some kids in leadership roles that are extremely mentally tough. They've been very consistent in this program, worked very hard, and they're excellent leaders. And we have some other kids that have just been very physically tough and really been very physical defensively and blocking. And I've just been so impressed with just their ability to match other teams' physicalness, and I think we've done that week in and week out.
The rest of the season after Oil City, kind of just go through that process of watching these kids develop game after game. That has to be pretty special to watch, and then to have this opportunity to be here in the District 10 Championship.
I think that we identified early on that, you know, probably our biggest thing that we had to really improve on was ball handling. I mean, our 2 losses came from 4 and 5 turnovers respectively, and we put ourselves in some difficult situations. We stopped some drives just from turning the ball over, and I think that, you know, we've worked on it more, and I think that we and the kids have recognized that they need to protect the ball, and I think that's really helped our success throughout the season. So that's one thing. I think improving in the areas of tackling and really just coming out focused every day and just trying to improve daily and weekly, and just basically just doing it, you know, getting out there and doing the fundamentals and repping the plays and taking the correct angles on defense and working the right techniques over and over again just through repetition, just so the kids become very comfortable with it.
And that's what we noticed the last time we saw you guys play. It was just a very well-disciplined team, and you have to be pretty proud of the guys to actually stick to that throughout the season.
I think that we try to, as a philosophy, you know, we don't want to overburden our kids with too many plays or too many different styles of things. We probably run a little bit more than we have, but overall, I think we also evaluated, you know, what was working well for us and what maybe we just wasn't time efficient. We constantly do that. We're reevaluating. Okay, is this time effective? Is this worth it? Is this too expensive for what we do? You know, it'd be pretty silly for us to, you know, have 100 different pass plays when that's just not how we operate. So, you know, we have some things that we feel like we need to do when teams are doing certain things, and we try to become effective at that.
District 10 Championship, obviously the answer is everybody, but who really needs to step up and show leadership tonight during the game?
I think the seniors do. I think, you know, it's their team. I think that and they've kind of been our rock in terms of that mental and physical toughness that I'm talking about. Those are the kids that have really stepped up as leaders, or just physical toughness, and really have impose their will, and that's something that we talk about a lot, and I think they've rose to that challenge, and they're taking a lot of pride in that. So I think the seniors in general.
Keys to the game for you guys, different from September?
Pretty similar, I think. I think we talked about trying to keep Christian Cole under 150 yards. We were able to do that, which is not an easy task because he's been averaging 340 besides our game. So, you know, that's not going to be an easy thing to do. I think if we can limit him to 200, though, you know, we're going to be right in that game.
That's about where he was last time. I think just under 200.
134.
134.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's what we had him at last time. So, you know, we were very proud of that, and that's with a couple of big plays too. So, you know, we were able to you know, keep them under that 150 last time, and I think that'll be a difficult task, but doable. Difficult, but doable. Right. You know, if we play well. But then also, you know, we have to when we have our opportunities, we have to make them count. And I think that we got inside the 5-yard line twice and didn't come away with touchdowns, and that was something that could have opened up the game. So at the same point, late in the game, they had a opportunity to punch it in and go ahead, and we came up with a goal line stand. So it was pretty similar.
That was a great game.
It was a great game.
Looking forward to a rematch tonight.
Absolutely.
You came out on top last time. Coach, best of luck.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's Coach Jim Wells of McLane. And again, Mike, you had a chance to review them. You had some thoughts on what are their keys to get into this victory chart tonight.
Jim, I can barely hear you with the Oil City Band playing right now, but I will tell you this. If you listen to the interview with Luke, Coach Wells is a very mild-mannered, soft-spoken individual who has been in McLane for over 23 years. And check this record out, guys. 180 wins and only 65 losses. He has a state championship in his back pocket. He had a player on that team named Drew Astorini who started 3 years at Penn State at a cornerback position and went to a couple bowl games with them. And that young man, Drew Astorini, believe it or not, is back helping the Gerald McLane Lancers as part of the Gerald McLane coaching staff in basketball. Coach Wells will have his team ready. He expects to win tonight, and he expects to win every time he puts his team out on the field. He has a tremendous amount of confidence. He has a good staff, and his kids love playing for him because they've seen what he's done over the last 23 years.
Yeah, they have. They've been there, done that kind of a mentality within the McLane organization. That's going to have a lot to do with tonight's game. I want to remind you that tonight's game being brought to you by Allegheny Toyota and Claypack Auto Body, Allstate Insurance agent Rick Bowler of the Oil City area. Also, along with Allstate agent and owner Mindy Curtis. She's located at 131 Erie Street in Edinboro, and a lot of personalized service and trust advice. Also, Eldred Collision, minor and major repairs for attention to every detail. Visit them online at eldredcollision.com. Easy for me to say, huh?
Not really, no. You really kind of struggled there a little bit.
Well, I didn't pass reading.
That reading thing's a tough thing, isn't it?
Tough thing. Mike, come on up here.
Hey, Mike, I just wanted to ask you, do you want me to call a doctor for you?
Why?
Well, you've got some kind of green fungus thing on your hands with some really ugly insignias on it. I don't know what happened to you, but
just keep an eye on that. Years with Donald, the quarterback.
Yeah, I've heard that before too, and it's been since Joe Namath was there, and I haven't seen much come out of it. So
this kid's the real deal. But anyway, Jim, you reading that little promo thing there, I thought maybe you had an accident in the booth.
One never knows at my age. Christian Cole's one of the players to look at. 290-yard average.
I'm looking at him right here down at the sidelines, and for a kid playing a big game, he looks so poised right now, and he's smiling, and he looks loose as anything, and that's what you want to see with a young man ready for a big game.
Well, that's what your leaders do, so it's going to be fun. The other side of the ball is Ben Howe-Jones. We talked about 113 yards, 6 foot, 180. I didn't have him quite that big in my mind. Sneaky fast. Yes, he is.
Sneaky fast, and I'll tell you what, he can spin out of a hit, so you have to rap against that young man.
One of the things we were able to do before, I think we have time to do this, Luke, and before we get underway, we asked the schools to make a little bit of a promo through their IT department and the students. Let's play Oil City's, what the kids did at Oil City High School.
What do you think of when you think Oil City? Do you think of the football team? The academics? The choirs? We've done pretty good over the years, but this year we've been doing our best. Because at Oil City, we are always our best. We are OC. OC strong. OC proud.
And we want to thank Lauren of Oil City High School for putting that together, and we'll have the McLane version for you beginning of the second half. Well, we're about ready to get underway. We have the captains coming to the middle of the field. We're going to take it down on the field, and Mike's out there, and we'll get the coin toss and find out who's going to go offense and defense to get this thing going.
You're deferred to the second half. Oil City will take the full. Let's go, guys.
Okay, Pop. McLane won the toss and deferred to the second half. Oil City will take the ball first.
And that's going to be important because we'll see what Christian Cole can get things going and see what kind of a defensive strategy.
You know what, guys? You've seen a lot of coaches lately defer, and I think the reason for that is sometimes it's easier for the kids to let everything out when they're playing defense first.
Yeah, and it doesn't. You don't have the opportunity to maybe fumble the ball and do some of the things that the opening game, or the opening jitters have for you. And of course, the other side of that, if you close the first half with the ball, you get it to start the second half. So
exactly.
Double reason. So pause now for the national anthem. And the Joe McLane Lancer Band with the national anthem to get things underway. So about set for kickoff. It's going to be a good one, Steve. And we just are anxious to see how these two teams are going to adjust to the things they learned the first time around when they played each other.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see who forces who into those special plays that they've probably worked on all week here just to try to throw a little loop at the opposing defense. So
hey guys,
it's a good ball game.
Real quick, guys, one of the officials wanted my gloves. He's a big Jet fan, and he didn't know anybody else existed out here. So we made a friend of one of the officials.
Well, I knew there was two Jet fans in the world. Now we know who they are.
Now we know who they are.
Oil City will be receiving. Christian Cole will go back and be standing somewhere around the 5. And Dylan will be doing the kicking off, I think it is.
That's right.
And he is, if it is Luke Dillon, has a pretty good leg. We'll see when we get a number when he tees it up there.
You know, you get the hash. The official just told me about the hash marks. They got to make sure they're using the high schools, not the college hash mark.
Oh, that would be tough on the kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could make a difference. All set to go. Waiting for the kick. Two Oilers at the 20. Cole back at about the 5. It'd be a squib kick. They don't want him to touch. It's going to be picked up at the 25, out across the 30, and going to be hit and dropped at about the 32. Ball's loose. McLane's on it. No,
still
McLane
loose.
out. They're still loose. Now McLane has it, and it's down to about the 2-yard line.
What interesting there would be whether or not his forward progress was stopped or not.
You know, there was no whistle,
but there's
guys,
no whistle on
there's
it.
no
so.
replay, and that's where they're going to keep it. And I'll tell you what, you know, you kick the squib kick, the turf is wet. That was a great decision by Joe McLane.
So it'll be first down and 10, McLane now, and that's the turnover we talked about as we got this game underway. McLane will have it first and goal from about the 3. Big play to start this District 10 championship game.
That's not how you want to start if you're Oil City, to fumble the opening kickoff and then let them pick it up and kind of bounce around until it's inside the 5.
McLane will send a wide out to the right. It's a double wing. On the snap, pitch No, the keeper by the quarterback takes it up the middle. And that would be
Luke Dillon, I believe. Dillon is their second leading rusher behind Jones, and he has 818 yards on the year, so he's well versed at running the football as well.
Ball's on the 1-yard line.
Here you just see this is a double pull. They pull the wing back and the backside guard to try to open up a hole there, and they did a nice job. It's going to get down to about the 1.
Second down and goal now for McLane at the 1.
Looks like they got the Wildcat set up with Howe Jones.
Waiting for the snap. And it is Jones, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. So McLane takes advantage of the turnover by Oil City, and they punch it in from 1 yard out, and they go up on top 6-0 here early in this ball game.
This is just a straight run here play. There's no anything except man-on-man blocking. You're going to see the back coming with Howe Jones, and he's going to find somebody in there, and he's just going to open it up from the corner. The linebacker trying to step into the hole. It does a nice block. Really easy touchdown for McLane.
Guys,
McLane's
down right now.
Ready for the second extra point attempt, and it is raining. Yeah. Waiting on the snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick looks quite good from. No, he missed it. He missed it.
Went to the right side.
It's a little dark down there in that goalpost.
That's kind of hard to see.
Both goalposts are a little dark.
11:03 in the first quarter, and McLane goes up 6-0. See if that point comes out to be something important here later on.
Well, I think, you know, if you're Oil City's coaches, you're just telling them, okay, you got to forget that. You know, there's nothing we can do about it. We spotted them a touchdown. Now we got to go back and get it.
Well, the nice thing about happening so early in the games, you got a whole ball game.
You got a whole ball game to come back from it, so it's not that big of a deal. You've got one of the best running backs in the country in Christian Cole, and he's proven he's capable of breaking any play. So you just got to kind of forget that and try to make it back here this next possession.
You know, guys, it couldn't start any better for McLane, though. They kicked it off, and they got the touchdown, and they will receive the second half kickoff.
Yeah, it's going to be important. Long way to go. Cole stands back again around the 10, and now they're going to move up their line just a little bit because they probably won't want to get Cole the ball here. It looks like Caleb Rao is one of the up men for Oil City. There's another squib kick, and it's recovered on the onside at about the 47-yard line. So that's where Oil City put it in play, first down and 10. So they're definitely not going to give Christian Cole the opportunity to run these things back.
No, and that's number 46 for Oil City, and I just don't happen to have him on my roster. But we saw him last week. He plays tight end. He's looked more like a guard, built more like a guard, but he plays tight ends. He does have good legs and does have good hands.
So Oil City get their first opportunity. They'll send Hone out wide to the right. Now check that. That will not be Hone. That'll be Han out wide to the right. Stahl will go under center. Got a power I formation, wing right. Back to Christian Cole. Out across the 45. He go out to about the 47, where he's going to be stacked up by about 3 or 4 Lancers. Pick up about 3 on the play.
This is what you're going to see from Oil City here. They're just going to throw this pitch, and they're going to pull guards and lead with a blocker coming this way. Now, they had a little mix-up here. It looked like the guard had to take a little farther path, and you see Kovic, the first guy in there. Kovic is one of their leading tacklers for McLane.
A gain of about 1 on the play. Second down 9. Again, power I, same formation. Wide out to the left. Off to the first man, straight ahead. And he drives down close to the 46, 47-yard line of McLane. Pick up about 4 or 5.
You know, that's a good play because Christian Cole went to the right and 3 of the linebackers went with him.
Well, the linebackers are going to follow Cole no matter where he goes. They're going to become best of friends before this night's over with. And you might have to see this fullback quick hitting up the middle just to try to keep them off balance.
Third down 3 for Oil City. Same formation, power I, wing right. Stahl. Pitch back to Cole. Comes off the right side, spins, and comes close to the first down. Check that, he's not. He's only to about the 45. He's a couple yards short.
Big decision early here.
Yep. You're on the McLane side of the field. See what Coach York decides to do here. Punt or go for a 4th down and about 3.
Punt. They're punting.
Going to do a nice job here of attacking up. And you see penetration by McLane's defensive lineman. When you do that on a sweep play or a toss play like that, you really mess things up. Offensive line for Oil City is going to have to keep the front 4 from McLane at bay.
It looks like to me, guys, Oil City's going to have to run north and south tonight.
I think they had to the last time out, too. Cole would be doing the punting. He'll get the kick away from about his own 45. Pretty good snap. Decent kick. Can be taken at the 10 and roll into the end zone, excuse me, from the 10 to the end zone. Take it out at the 20.
Well, the other thing we noticed, too, in the first game was late in the third quarter or so, Christian Cole is used so much on both sides of the ball. I mean, he's in 90% of your offense. He makes a lot of plays on defense. He starts to wear out. It'll be interesting to see whether or not he's going to be able to maintain that kind of a pace.
Yeah, we thought that had an impact in the fourth quarter the first time around. He's a very active player on both sides of the ball. So McLane with their second possession. They'll send a one to the wide to the right. They stay in at double wing. Quarterback keeps, comes off the right side.
Look out.
Oh, he's loose. He's out around the 30 to about the 34-yard line. That's a good run.
Cole gets him just the nick of time because that's Hal Jones. And if he gets by Christian Cole, he's gone. They will not catch him. This Wildcat, which Oil City had trouble with in the first go-around, he's just going to take this, and they're going to try to run this right off the tackle. You're going to see everybody blocking down. There's the kick-out block that's not there, and he bounces it to the outside. There you see Cole just grabbing a hold of the ankle.
First down and 10 for McLane. Ball's handed off. Comes off the left side.
Dominic West with a ball carry for the Lancers.
Switching up their backfield right now, McLane is.
Yeah, they do a lot of this package type stuff. 8:15 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Lancers. McLane will send one wide left. Stay in the double wing. Jones keeps. Comes off the left side. Pick up a couple maybe, but
Oil City's defense did a nice job of filling those holes, not letting a lot of the offense opening a gap for them. Again, this is that they love this Wildcat package, and this is time they're just going to come left. They're going to pull the near guard, try to get a kick out, and he doesn't. Number 53 for Oil City does a nice job of stepping up here, not letting that kick out block happen. That's Connor Rankin.
Gotta watch pass here, guys.
Third down and 5. One in the backfield. Quarterback keep off the left side, drives ahead, and is going to be short of the first down by maybe a yard. So it'll bring up a fourth down and about 1.
That's Luke Dillon again. Dillon, we mentioned before, he's their second
first down,
leading
guys.
rusher.
First down.
Did he get it?
Yes. Yes, first down.
Well, I think they're going to want to measure.
Boy, he didn't look like
Oil City's coaches don't seem to be too happy on that.
It doesn't look like it. I'm right at the chain. It looks short to me.
No, they changed it to fourth.
Yeah, fourth
They
down.
changed it to fourth.
Fourth and about a foot. So McLane will go for it here on fourth down, or go hard count, see whichever. Nope, they're going to go for it. Jones goes off the left side. He's going to get it. He's out across midfield. And, knocked out of bounds just about midfield. Enough for the first down, pick up about 6.
Well, this is just basically a snap and telling Hal Jones, find the open area and get there quickly. They only needed a yard. And this is just straight out. He's just going to take his look to his left, and he's gone. This is predetermined. They did a fairly decent job of sealing that. Allows him to get to the outside.
We have 2 to the right and single to the left for McLane. Now McLane's looking over towards the coach to see what he wants to do out of this set. Straight up the middle, out across the 45. Dillon out across the 35 to the 30, the 25, the 20, knocked out of bounds at about the Oil City 20-yard line. That's a good run.
Yeah, this is an aspect we did not see much of in the first go-around was Dillon at the quarterback position. We didn't see that much. They were predominantly in that wildcat that they like with Hal Jones. But here, Dillon playing the quarterback position. He's going to fake this. This is a quarterback keeper, and they open up a nice hole. Guard comes around and seals his man to the inside. Tackle kicks him out, and he just finds the opening, and he runs for a while.
You know, they had a couple of weeks to put some new gimmicks in because they haven't played for 2 weeks.
That's true. Doubles to the left for McLane. Jones stutters up straight up the middle of the right side the 20, and he dropped it about the 16, 17-yard line. Pick up about 3 in the play.
That's Braden Crocker on the tackle, the middle linebacker for Oil City, but just a straight ahead run here for Hal Jones. And that's the thing to do with McLane's ground game is you can't really concentrate which way they're going to go. They're very balanced, whether they run between the tackles or outside the tackles. They don't really care, but they are very effective either way, and they pick up, 3-4 yards there.
6:15 to go, first quarter action, 6-0 McLane. McLane scoring on the fumble by Oil City, picked it up, ran it down to the 3, punched it in a couple of plays, missed the extra point. Driving once again, though, they're at the 17 of Oil City. They send 2 to the left. They're back into the Wildcat. Well, a lot of time there's the flag. You know, I was standing here, I'm thinking, it took them a long time to get that package in. And I'm thinking, boy, that's a long 30.
Well, they took that package out and then turned around and sent them back in. I'm not too sure whether the kids missed the call or whether the coaches changed their mind. But, yeah, it seemed to take forever, and that's not what you want to do when you get yourselves, have a drive going, is to kill yourself with a 5-yard penalty.
Looked like a Jets play.
It did look like a Jets play.
You know, that's a big Oil City, though, early on. They have to stay in here and keep McLane in the end zone right now.
Yeah, they really need to stop here.
And it is raining a lot down here, so if you get behind 2 scores, it could be tough.
Well, we'll see what McLane wants to do out of this package.
A timeout. McLane is still confused.
Yeah, they still don't know. That's unusual. We talked about their discipline and all these packages and so on that they run, and right now they're showing a little bit of confusion.
Well, Coach Wells is going to sit down with them, have a little chit-chat here in the timeout.
Yeah, it won't be as quiet as it was when Luke interviewed him. No,
I don't think so. I think he'll have a couple of animated sayings and remind them where their heads are supposed to be, and that's in their helmets.
Hey, by the way, guys, Luke will not get a job as a weather forecaster because he sent me something today that showed there was no rain during the game, and I think he's wrong.
Luke is wrong?
Thanks, Mike. Now this is going to last all night.
Well, it's not Luke's fault. It's those silly gloves you're wearing.
There you go.
Uh-oh. I'm not going there.
You'd be further ahead if you had blue gloves on that said Giants.
No, I don't think so.
At least they've got a running back.
That's about all I got.
And back to the game. Here it is, a 2nd down and 12. Jones going to the left side. Oh, almost got him in the backfield. Going to go wide, cross the 20, and he's going to be hit and fumble the ball.
He can't.
And it goes out of bounds. It'll be spotted where?
Got him at the 12.
No, they picked up some down around the 12, 13-yard line.
Yeah.
That ball's popping out easy.
Yeah, there's that wet ball that we talked about.
Here, he's just going to come. This is going to be a sweep to the left. Penetration right there. We should have had him there. Oil City just couldn't quite bring him down. Now they're starting to reach for him. But Jones doesn't go down easily. He's taking a couple of hits, but you better hold on to that ball with 2 hands.
Ball was picked up by Kostovic. Here's Jones again, straight ahead, close to the 10.
I think that's the quarterback that kept that one. Dillon keeps that. And they love to run that kind of a quick counter. They fake it to the running back, and the quarterback keeps it. He's real close to the first down.
1 yard to go, guys. So a long 1.
4th down 1, big play for Oil City.
This must be their jumbo package.
The big boys.
The big boys are coming in here to try to pick up 1 yard.
And he got quick count here too.
All set, 4th down and 1. Yep. Give it off to the first man straight ahead. I'm not sure
he's got it.
What do you think down there, Mike? You're standing there. I think he's
It looks like to me just has it.
If he got to the 10.
If he got to the line, he has it. See where they marked the ball? No, where they marked him? No, they didn't get it. They mark him short. Big defensive by the Oilers.
Well, you know, that happened in the first time around, down inside the 5 twice. Oil City stopped
but
him.
if this is a read, Hal Jones completely misreads this if he's supposed to read that, because he had the outside wide open. I personally, on the replay, I thought maybe he had made the 10-yard line, which would have given him the first down, but they're going to mark him short of that just a little bit.
These two guys with bad eyes are giving me a bad time about my reading.
Interesting, though. Now they put the ball on the other side of the 10.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's different. First down and 10, Oil City. Doubles to the right for Oil City. Stay power I. Man in motion left. Getting off to Christian Cole. Breaks to the outside. 15, 20, 22-yard line. Pick up of about 12 on the play.
This is a good job up front from Oil City. They open a nice gap, and he sees the hole. He's going to cut back against the grain a little bit on this one here. If he starts getting real loose, there you can see the hole just open up quickly, and then he cuts it back to the inside, picks up additional yardage. But if he gets going, it could be a long night for General McLane.
I think Cole realizes you only got 136 against McLane. I knew that McLane coach Wells knew it right away, but I think Cole knows it also.
Yeah, I think there's a little pride involved in this whole thing for all these guys, but especially for Cole. Same power eye. Man in motion left for Oil City. It goes to the man in motion coming to the left side. Got to get to the outside. He's not going to. He's going to get hit at the 20 and drop.
Number 58 from McLane. This is for everybody who's growing up in football. This is Ryan Kolka. We mentioned him quite a bit last game too. He's the outside linebacker, and he does an excellent job of staying at home. He just kind of hangs out there, keeps outside leverage, releases the blocker, and makes the play for no gain. That's an excellent play for that young man.
You know, he does that very well. You're exactly right. He contains as good as anybody that ever contained before in football. He's a great, and when play goes away, he stays at home.
Oil City, stall, under the ball, loses the ball, and don't know where it's at. They can't find it. Somebody did.
Oil City got it back.
Oil City get it?
Yeah, Oil City got it back.
Looks like Cole come out of there with it. Now that's 3 now.
Ball's slick. They're changing the ball, but you got a slick turf and you got a slick weather coming down.
Brings up 3rd and long now for the Oilers. 3:22 left to go in the first quarter. Now, apparently, that outside backer for McLane read your book.
He must have.
Yeah.
He bought it. I told you I'd get one sale out of this, Luke.
He did say that he wants you to sign it for him after the game. What's a signed copy of The Edge?
If he's got a copy of it, I'll definitely sign it for him.
See, there wasn't many words, but a lot of pictures in it.
Well, it's the writers, you know. Power I formation, big play for Oil City. 3rd down and about 16. Stahl rolling to his right, and he's going to be hit and dropped.
That's a tough play there for the quarterback because he's not seeing the backside at all when he turns his back.
Well, somebody missed a block on that.
Well, yeah, they didn't help him much either.
There about 3 guys missed a block, to be honest with you.
But there's the penetration up the middle, but he's got to turn his back to the backside. And the fullback didn't help him out either. Braden Crocker missed a guy, and I think the tackle missed somebody too. But
it's a big play here, guys, because you got to make sure you get the snap with the weather coming down.
Well, watch the arc of the snap too. Not real crisp coming back. That's a little better.
1-step kick. Ball's going to hit at the 45 roll.
It's a great punt.
Great punt. Christian Cole gets it down to the 30-yard line.
Cardinal rule of punt return. You don't let the ball hit the ground. That's why you don't let it. Oil City's going to pick up. Yeah, on the turf in particular. It's like jumping off a trampoline.
Here's my question about that, though, guys. When it's raining like this and the kids are looking up with rain coming in their eyes, sometimes as a coach, you don't mind them letting it go.
Yeah, I know. I lose 20 yards. I mind.
60, yeah, that was a 60-yard punt.
I put a kid back there. I expect him to catch the ball. I don't care if it's raining or sunshine.
This is why nobody's buying the book.
1st down and 10 for McLane. Yeah, it's going to be a long night, I'm telling you. Low snap. Jones going to the left side. Gets a bit of a cut up across the 30.
Fumble. He lose it. He looked like
driving.
He's still driving.
I thought he was down at about
I did
the 30.
too.
And he drove right out around the 35. That was a good run.
He runs very hard here. I thought he was reaching for something. I thought maybe he dropped the ball. This is just, again, they're going to pull and come left. Here comes the guard and the tackle, but Oil City's doing a nice job of getting penetration. Right about here, I thought I saw, right there, yeah, he did almost lose it. Manages to hold on to it, but keeps driving.
2nd down, 3, 1:25 to go, first quarter. Dillon now in at quarterback. They keep changing packages about every play. Coming across the left side, now he cuts it right back up the middle to the 40 and drives to about the 42. Be enough for a 1st down at the McLane 42-yard line.
Well, that's one of the things we've talked about. For people who might be watching this for the first time, we've done a lot of games from Titusville. We have a big running back at Titusville, 210 pounds, and we told him, one of the things we like to see is to drop the shoulders and run people over, try to get those extra yards. The quarterback here did a nice job of doing the same thing, falling forward, not getting knocked back.
First down and 10 for McLane at their own 41. Waiting for the snap. And they're coming up straight up the middle right side and not going to get much, maybe a yard.
Cole and Treffler, I believe, are the two gentlemen there to stop that call. But I didn't like the look of that play from the get-go. It didn't look like they were all on the same page.
You know, the defensive line for Oil City on that play did a great job pinching inside. It looked like they were looking for a run up the middle. They're both defensive tackles pinched inside. There was not much there.
I think they're looks like they're kind of concentrate on going off tackle. They're going to shut down the tackle to the middle, as Mike was talking about there, and hope they contain the outside if he goes outside. But second down 9 for McLane at their own 42. Dillon coming across the right side. Nice play by Oil City. Coming up there, number 21 for Oil City. Did a great job.
44 on the big tackle for Oil City.
And also
Crocker's the middle linebacker. But you watch this play here, and it's like the backs are getting a little bit ahead of themselves. The left tackle and the left guard are coming this way. And again, they outrun them. They don't let they're not letting the tackles or the blockers get in front of them.
Quarter's over.
6-0, the end of the first quarter. McLane on top of Oil City. District 10 football coming to you from McLane from Edinboro University at Locks Harrison Field. I want to remind you that our good friends at Venango Towing and Recovery, Tom Doyle, help bringing this ball game to you tonight. Anderson Physical Therapy, we appreciate their help. Grandview Estates and Modular Homes in Venus and downtown Oil City, along with from the Edinboro area, Dauber Auto Supply, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you gonna try that, Steve? Visit the auto experts at 116 Erie Street in Edinboro. I'll finish it up correct.
I would have done that for you, except I took my eyes off and I couldn't see. I
don't have mine on either, but it wouldn't make any difference. Yeah, just bouncing around up here like an old duffer. At least I'm out of the home. 6-0 in the end of the first quarter, and that score came as on the opening kickoff, Oil City returning it, fumbled the ball. McLane picked it up, ran it down to the 3, punched it in, missed the extra point. And so far, since that time, it's kind of balanced out. McLane will get the second quarter underway. They're at their own 41, third down and 10. Man in motion. Ball coming up to the left side. Now he breaks to the outside, going to be trapped and brought down.
Again, Crocker or the
Jones got nothing.
I think they get a flag on that, or
yeah, there is a flag.
They might have got a face mask just a little bit on this. I think Crocker's reaching for him, and I think he gets a face mask. But I think,
well, that's too bad because that was a great play.
Yeah, it was a nice play. They did a nice job.
It was face mask.
That was a good defensive effort by the Oilers there. Just a five-yard variety.
5-yard variety. Yeah, he didn't really.
So it brings up the
grab
fourth
a
down.
hold of it.
Inadvertently hit the face mask.
Yes. Yeah.
They defended that sweep really well. The inside, outside, he had no place to go.
Yeah, that was nice.
Big third down play here in the second quarter.
Looks like Dillon
City
coming back in to play quarterback now.
Third down and 8 now for McLane. Nate Jones goes wide to the right. Almost over offside. Oil City going to throw over the middle, and they overthrow everybody out at about the 35 of Oil City. So McLane will have to punt it away with a fourth down and 8.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go to Ryan Harvey as a tight end for McLane. Cole and both.
Yeah, that was very good coverage by Oil City. They tried the blitz, too, and McLane picked the blitz up, but they had good coverage.
Yeah, I thought the linebacker might get offside the way he started that blitz.
Well, Crocker did a nice job, too, of being stride for stride with the tight end.
So it's fourth down and 8. Oil City sends 2 back. They'll be standing back at about their 20. Good snap. High kick. It's going to be short, and it's
let it go.
Hit the ground just like Steve likes. Inside the 10. Look at them. Going to roll down to about the 8. That's where Oil City's going to put it in play, and Steve's going to have a fit.
I got a sequel.
Hey, Steve.
It's called Catch the Ball.
Steve, I will tell you this. The Oil City coaching staff's not happy. They said the same thing you did. One to run up and fair catch it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if I'm on punt return, see, this is how upset it makes me. I just tell your kick returners, fair catch everything, but catch the ball. You know, Oil City's got 2 kids back here to catch the punt, and they both let the ball drop. I
just don't understand it.
It's like you're talking to a 2-year-old. No, no, no.
Yeah, 10 games I put up with this, Mike. First down and 10, Oil City. They're at their own 7. Ball's given up to the first man through. Yeah, good read. He's out across the 10, maybe to the 11-yard line. Pick up about 4.
That's a good read. This is a read option. He's reading this one here. He's looking at the penetration from the defensive front of General McLane. See the defensive end. He's going to come up. He lets it go. And that's going to pick up a quick 4 yards. That's a nice read.
Hey, check this out, guys. You know Cash, Eagles.
Yeah.
When they run the read option, their quarterback is the linebacker. Check this. And if your linebacker comes up, they throw the tight end pass right behind him. If he stays back, they hand it off.
Ha. Power eye. Pitch back to Cole. Cuts back. Nice little cut back. And he drives ahead. Pick up a couple in the play.
Yeah, right now the Oil City offensive line is getting beat off the ball.
Yeah, they really are. You're right.
Well, McLane had a little bit of an advantage there in the first go-around. I thought defensive line was just a tad bit quicker. They flow very well, but Oil City's I didn't like that play. Just didn't seem to quite be in sync. Neither offense right now seems to be in sync real well.
Hunter Hahn goes wide left for Oil City. They got a man in the wing left. They go stay in the power eye. Strong side left for Oil City. They give it up and then pitch back to Cole out across the 15, 20. He's got some room. 25, 30, 35, and knocked out of bounds.
Oh, watch your replay, guys. Cole set the cornerback up with a great move. Watch this.
Well, he just the play's made by the quarterback here. Excellent job on reading this. He pulls it, but he's ready to pitch right away. Once he gets him to the outside, he does that little bit to an inside, then hits to the outside, picks up big yards.
Yeah, he did a nice job.
It's one of the reasons why he has 2,900 yards on the year.
First down and 10, ball out now to the 34. Oil City sends one wide left. They stay power eye, strong side right. Got a man in the wing left. Pitch back to Cole, coming to the right side, gets the block. Out across the 35 to about the 36, 37-yard line.
I don't want to criticize a young man that's run for over 2,900 yards.
But,
however,
this is the third book.
Here comes. Watch the quarterback here. He's going to try to kick him out. If Cole runs in behind him, he's got a big opening there. He's just a little quick to try to take it to the outside.
Yeah, I saw
minor criticism there. You know, I'll give the kid a break. He's run for 2,900 yards.
And he's being recruited pretty heavily also.
Yeah, he's being looked at. Everything I'm hearing, he's being looked at on the defensive side of the ball. Now McLane seems to be a little confused in their defensive lineup and the whistle. And I guess everybody's confused because there's going to be a timeout, Oil City.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9:05 left to go in the first half, 6-0 McLane. So.
Well, you know, again, I don't think either offense has really settled down yet. It doesn't look like either team has settled completely. We're seeing a lot of jumping around and some looks and stuff that lead you to believe that both teams are still maybe just a little bit on edge playing in their District 10 championship game.
I think, too, you know, we stated earlier, guys, that turnovers are a big factor. That turnover early against really puts them behind the 8 ball a little bit. I know it's only 6-0, but being that both teams are going back and forth, McLane does that 6 points in their back pocket to play with.
Yeah, they do. That's absolutely correct.
All right, there you have it. Jim McLane is the first seed in this district championship because they've got the better regional record. Remember, there's only one region of these teams in 5A football, and they beat Oil City, so that's why they're first seed, even though Oil City there with a 9-1 record.
Second down and 7 for Oil City. They stay I formation. They're at the 42 of Oil City.
Oh, he's got him wide open.
Oh, he missed him. Open. He missed him.
Missed him.
Oh,
missed him.
Middle of the field, guys. You're right. Wide open. Good play action.
Yeah, he was well. Wow. Well, I thought for sure he had him.
Everybody was hollering.
Yeah, everybody. He's got him to the left. If you keep
he's zeroed in.
Wind that back real quick if you can, Luke. If we can.
You know what, Al? Guys, he had all day to throw that. He had good protection.
We'll take a look at that again maybe here at the half. We'll show you here. He's got a guy from the left side that just runs the seam route wide open. Right, stop it there. You can see at the top right corner, your left corner of your screen there, you see the foot of the Oil City guy. Nobody around him.
3rd and 7 nonetheless. Big play missed. Pitch back to Cole, coming to the outside. He hurdles a man across the 40 to the 42.
That's an excellent effort there.
I want this one more than he did. Boy,
that's a highlight reel play right there. That's a highlight reel, guys.
Yeah, it is.
That is unbelievable amount of height he got on his jump.
Well, this is Matthew Leon coming up here, and he's in good position, but he drops his head. Cole just jumps over him. Good job by the Oil City running back, and then he reaches for that first down marker and gets it.
Hey, guys, how much does this game mean to Cole?
Yeah, he's playing a lot of heart. 1st down and 10. The ball's out to the 45. Remember, this started down at the 7, I believe.
Yeah, it did. This is a good drive going.
Yeah, so they've got a good one going here. 8:51 left in the first half. They stay in that power I. Then they give it to the first man driving straight ahead. At Petro, and he'll be driven back, but he'll pick up maybe one on the play.
And meet the middle linebacker meets him quickly in the hole there. Number 57 for McLane. Nick Rennick does a nice job of stepping up in here. And again, this is just an immediate handoff, but the middle linebacker's right there to shut it down. And then you can see one of the things that McLane does very well is they gang tackle. Once one guy holds up the running back, everybody else is going to come hit him.
Brings up 2nd down and 9. One thing about the formations, they stay the same. Easy for an old guy like me. Pitch back to Cole. Goes to the outside, cuts it back up the right side, drives out to about midfield.
That was a real good cut in the hole by Cole that time.
Yeah, they had people coming in from the outside, making sure he's not going to get wide, forcing him back into the defense.
Brings up 3rd and relatively short, 3rd and 4.
You know, if it's 4th and 1 this time, you got to believe they might go for it.
Yeah, it's possible. They're on the McLane side of the 50.
Mike, is this a good crowd out there? Is this Maplewood Reynolds type of a crowd?
The Oil City side is just about packed. They have a great crowd. Maplewood, good crowd too on the other side, on McLane's.
Dahl looking to throw, comes to the right side, and the pass will go incomplete.
Hal Jones did a nice job coming up there and making the hit.
If you watch the replay, though, it looked like he got held as he went out on his pattern. No call.
Brings up a 4th down and the punt team. Ball's at the 49. Oil City had to give it up. So the drive stalls here at midfield.
Didn't see a hold on the route, but we kind of lost him a little bit coming through the line.
Cole will be getting a kick away from about his own 40. Lancers will be standing back about the 10. And no sense sending anybody back because they're not going to catch it, are they, Steve?
Probably not.
Good snap. Ooh, good kick. It's going to be short, and it's going to bounce backwards, and Oil City will down it at the 20. So pretty decent field position for McLane to get things underway here in the 2nd quarter. 7:13 to go in a half. 6-0 McLane on top.
Now we get a chance to see it. Look, the Oil City's offense, that last possession, looked to be a little bit more smooth in their operation and their play execution. We'll see whether or not McLane here has settled their kids down on offense.
You know, guys, they missed a touchdown, too, on that pass play. And how many chances do you get in a game?
That's exactly right. It could come back to haunt them. 1st down and 10, McLane at their own 21. Out of the Wildcat. Check that, it's Dillon. He's going to take it up across the right side and pick up maybe 1 or 2 in the play. Tell you one thing you see, Steve and Mike, from the first time we saw them play, is both defenses have made some types of corrections and so on, and it's not quite so easy to get the ball moving. Might be the weather a little bit too, but the defenses seem to be keying a little better.
Well, Oil City in this so far this game has done a better job up front, getting some penetration and holding their positions a little better than what we saw maybe in the first half of the first game.
2nd down and 7. Ball's at the 24 of McLane. Jones straight up the right side, out across the 25, maybe through the 26, pick up about 4. So far they've kept Ben Howe Jones in check. He's not had the breakaway that he had the first time around.
No, he hasn't had a chance to get loose here, and this is Schreffler and Cole making the tackle on him, and it's just a straight-ahead run out of the Wildcat.
3rd down 5 for McLane. They'll send doubles to the left, and they'll put, of course, the double wing. Ball's going off to the right side. It gets to the outside. He's got it
There
now.
he goes.
40, 50, to 45. He's down to 40. And nobody's going to get him. Gee, oh man, just as soon as I say that, what happens? He breaks it to the outside, takes it all the way down for the touchdown.
It's funny, Jim. I was just going to say, he's the type of kid, he'll get 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Next play, gone.
Yep.
Well, one of the things that happens on this play, we talked about him getting ahead of their linemen. Watch the guard come across the tackle. He waits.
Very patient.
Allows that to come open first. There's the hole, and now he's through it. And once he gets through to that level, he's just going to run to the end zone.
74 yards, and another score for McLane. 12-0 with the extra point coming. Waiting for the snap. Officials trying to get position too. Good snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick came off to the left. So it's 2 missed extra points, but McLane will take the lead at 12-0 with 5:40 to go here in the first half. So, about the time I say he's not loose, so there he goes.
Well, you just made a whole bunch of enemies out of the city of Oil City. Kiss of death there. But again, we talked about it. Here's the touchdown run again. And watch the patience that he has, because he's allowing the blockers to come through and opening a hole up, and they do a nice job of sealing pursuit from the inside. And nobody really gets a hand on him as once he gets to the outside and goes, there's just nobody able to catch him.
Hey guys, 5:40 to go in the first half. This is crucial for Oil City to get points, because as we stated before, McLane gets the second half kickoff. Oil City desperately needs to get points on this drive.
Yeah, they got to get some momentum. They've had a couple of drives coming up short. They stall out someplace, Mike. So it's critical that they can come up with some points here.
You know, it's 4th and short on this drive. They might have to gamble depending where the ball is. At least if it's at midfield, I'd go right now. Change momentum.
Well, I'll have to see what Coach York has in store for his kids as they get set to receive this kickoff.
You know, Jim, it's a lot easier to coach when you're doing a game like I'm doing now, but about 35 years ago, it wasn't as easy to coach.
Isn't that the truth? I never made a mistake. Now they're going to switch Cole and bring him up short. See if he can get the ball to him. They kick it long, wouldn't you know? Picked out at the 10. They give it off to Cole. Cole's kind of across the 15, and he's going to be brought down at the 20. So Oil City has all kinds of ways trying to get that ball into the hands of Cole. I would have just run the ball up.
I'd have just run it. The kid caught the ball, and he's not a bad. I think it was Schreffler, I think, was the young man that caught the ball. Just take off, young man. Go straight ahead. You're going to get as much as you're going to get.
How about that little flip in the rain, too?
Well,
a wet ball.
And it's almost like he flipped it, too, behind his back.
He did. It looked like a little basketball flip. Luke said he used to make those passes when he played basketball.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, he went to the other guy.
I was a cherry picker. I scored a lot of points, 5th grade basketball.
Only played one half the court. First down, backs are split now in a power I formation. Off to the first man, straight ahead, out across the 30 to the 32. That's a good run. Nice play by Oil City.
This is Noah Petro. They go to almost a power I backfield now.
You know what?
Again, it's a quick hitter.
You know what? You're exactly right, and I do that a lot more right now. You know, just line it up, go quick hitters. Petro's not a bad back either, so let him run the ball a bit and see where it takes you.
Well, first down and 10 at the 32.
Petro's their second leading rusher at 625 yards, so
he knows what he's doing with it. Pitch back to Cole off the left side, and he's going to be hit and dropped, no gain.
That was Oil City's version of flip power. They had the quarterback lead through also.
Yeah.
Dominic West, he's a linebacker. They miss him. Nobody gets a block on him. They just run around him. Somebody missed an assignment there, and they'll make an adjustment on that.
Second down 9. The ball's at the 33 of Oil City. Ball's given off again to the first man through. And he'll come out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Again, Petro doing a nice job at the fullback position, just going to take it straight ahead to get what he can.
West made the tackle again. West made a lot of tackles tonight.
Well, Oil City's offensive line, when we were told that they had a couple of holes, has done overall, I think, a pretty decent job.
Hahn goes wide left. They stay the power I formation. Quarterback reads, keeps it and tries to go ahead, but he's going to maybe come to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bring up a 4th down. Now the decision that Mike was talking about, what do you do?
Players are telling the coach they want to go for it. Let's see what happens.
With 3:42, you punt this ball, because if you don't make it, you're giving McLane a short field.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
They're going to punt. You know, I tell you what I would have tried to do, though, guys, is go long count and see if you draw them off sides.
Well, they might try that.
No, they're going to punt.
But I wouldn't want to go down in 3 scores. I don't want to give them a short field.
No, you don't want to give them a short field. Yeah.
The way
timeout Oil City, they might be thinking about it.
The way Howard Jones runs, just anything can be a short field.
Well, that's
to the outside.
You know, and that could be this reverse could be said too with McLane.
Guys, the Oil City staff is together with the players, are looking at some plays on one of those different things than we had when we coached back in the day, Jim. This is the technical stuff here that Luke would know about it.
Don't have that chalkboard down there?
Yeah, you don't have chalkboards anymore. I'm telling you what, they're bringing plays up on it, believe it or not. And the players are looking around with the coaches. They might be switching to go for it here.
That could be. I'm not that big a gambler at 2 scores. I know the weather and all that kind of thing has to play into this, but at the same time, I sure don't want to give him a chance going down 3 scores.
Christian Cole's lobbying big.
Well, I understand that. I understand them doing that.
But that's what you want players to do, right?
You got 5 yards to go here. He's got to get 5 yards. If he doesn't get it, McLane's on a short field.
Yeah, they're going to punt.
I just think the smarter thing is to punt it.
Or I don't think they'd fake it, do you?
No.
Yeah, I would doubt it, but.
Is that Lehan back deep?
Yeah, I think it's Lehan back.
Standing back about his 34.
McLane's coming after this one.
Good snap. Cole's going to throw the pass. He's got him open. Down. And it's completed at 40.
Here it goes.
It's gone. A touchdown. What a big play, Oil City. Had all of me confused.
Well, they had guys there, and if the man in coverage, who I think is Carson Welser, if he just turns around, he might have picked this.
You know, I want to know why there wasn't a flag, though, guys. Isn't that face guarding?
I don't know that you have face guarding in high school.
Oh, okay.
But if he turns his head around, it's a pick.
No question.
He never looked around. It's a good job there. Hey. Number 23 for Oil City.
I tell you what I like, guys. Coach York came here to win this game, not just to be here.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You go home, and if you don't win, you don't move on. So that was a big gamble.
There's confusion here, though. There's confusion on their sideline whether to go for 1 or 2. The players want to go for 2.
Well, I think they did in the first game. I don't know that they kicked or not.
I know. It looks like they're going to go for 2. 3:05 left to go in the half. Big play. Gamble by Oil City. Paid off. Going to go for the 2. Stahl rolling the throw. Got a man in the end zone. In and out of his hands.
Yeah, you can see the receiver. He's pointing up.
Yeah, wanted it up a little higher.
Put it up a little bit higher. Let me go get it.
Extra point, no good, but big play puts Oil City right back in the ball game. 12-6 McLane with 3:05 to go in the half. That was a big one. Nice call down there, Mike.
I like that. You know, I'm a big believer when you're in a big game, you can't play conservative all night. You got to go for it. And it worked out this time. So they're only down 6. Plus, McLane gets that second half kickoff. So you really got to tighten up your defense right now.
3:05 left to go in half. 12-6. McLane on top. We want to thank State Farm agent Gary Jackson of the Oil City area, Joe Taylor Ford, for helping us bring this ball game to you this evening. We appreciate that. All-State agent and owner Mindy Curtis of Edinboro.
Well, Oil City now, because this is in the NFL, this is what New England does very well, is they seem to always end up with that last possession of the first half and then get the kick in the second half. They seem to score back-to-back. They're just notorious for that. If Oil City can stop McLane here, it's going to be a big help.
Yeah, don't remind me my division with the Jets.
Oil City to kick off. It's going to be a squib kick. It's still on the ground, and now it is recovered by McLane at their own 44-yard line. Actually, it was a onside kick. They were trying to gamble all the way here. So McLane will put it in play, first down and 10 inside their own 50.
One more bounce, and Oil City had that, though. That was very close.
Yeah, but you also, the other side of that is it's first and 10 McLane at their 44-yard line.
That's right.
That's
kids got to play defense.
Yeah, they do. They got to get a stop here. Can't get them in the end zone. Well, you got part of what you said to Mike last time Oil City had the ball. You said they got to get some points. They did that. Now they got to get a stop. Out of shotgun. Dillon hands it off. Big man coming straight up the middle. Across the 45 to about the 47.
Number 24 is Brett Horn is the ball carrier. Now comes that Wildcat package, and this is where you've got to be really careful.
You notice that Coach Wells, because of these conditions, is not really running any veer or pitching a lot. He's running quarterbacks, just getting the ball and running.
Yeah, going a lot of it straight ahead. Second down 7. McLane at their own 47. First man straight ahead, drives ahead, ball's on the ground.
Oil City's got it.
Has it. Oil City got it at about the 48. Big turnover.
Yeah, Oil City's done a nice job of putting a helmet on a football here. This is about the second or third time we've seen McLane put the ball on the turf, and this one really hurts because now Oil City's going to have a chance to drive and get the score. It's a straight-ahead run.
That's Christian Cole.
Christian Cole drives into the running back.
At 2:21 to go, guys. Oil City has one timeout left.
That's a big, big turnover. Now it's the question of whether or not you can get Cole loose.
The ball is at the Oil City 48.
About going back to that play, though, the kid was wide open.
Well, it might happen. I formation. Single to the left for Oil City. Stahl on the reverse.
There it is. There it is.
Trying to get down the middle.
Not going to get there.
Oh, and I thought he was held back there. I was looking back at about the 35 of McLane, and the receiver getting held up there a little bit, I thought. Couldn't quite get loose.
That's a good bump coverage. Ryan Kulkla, one of the guys in on the sack.
It wasn't good coverage.
It was a good bun. Good bun.
He was held.
You got to remember, in high school football, you can make contact before the ball's in the air.
I'm going to write a book. Second down and 14 at the 44 now for
why I played
City.
Basketball.
Single to the left for Oil City. Now they go to the power I. Stahl keeps it, and
nice play.
Nice play there by the defense of McLane. Read that very well.
West comes up and makes the tackle. Coming in there, but watch the Kukla, the 58, the linebacker. He's waiting for the pitch to go to Christian Cole. He has it covered. And then West comes around and makes the stop on the quarterback.
Hey, guys, Cole just ran over to the coaching staff and suggested what play we should run, and they nodded in affirmative.
I just saw that.
Did I interview the wrong coach?
Apparently.
Well, sometimes as a coach, you want players to tell you what they see.
No, I'm just joking. Absolutely.
Under 1 minute here in the half. Third down 16. Pitch back to Cole.
Pass.
Cole's pass is complete.
Got him. He got it.
Out at the 45-yard line. Be just about 3 yards short of the first down. Be a fourth down in about, what, 4?
And the receiver's got to know where the first down marker is, doesn't he?
Well, you would think.
Yeah.
Here he's just coming down, and it's just a quick out.
Then again, the ball was thrown so low, he made a great job just to catch that.
Yeah,
it is a good 4 yards, guys.
Yeah, he couldn't turn it upfield.
20 seconds, the clock's running now. Oil City takes their last timeout.
(12-6). McLane on top.
I think if Oil City doesn't make it, it'll be about 14 seconds. I look for McLane to come out and take a knee and go into half because they get the second half kickoff and they're up.
Well, they'll definitely take a knee and go into the locker room, and I'm assuming that there'll be a whole lot of yelling and screaming in McLane's locker room. I don't think any coach over there is very happy with his kids, particularly putting the ball in the turf.
That and he's probably
blocks
looking, and the special teams, the kids have got to be aware in that situation too of a fake.
Well, like I said, they had it covered pretty well. If he'd have just turned his head, I think at least I think he'd have broken up, but maybe a pick. But it's one of those things where it worked this time. But
well, the other thing, you guys, is Bish is 6'4". A lot of height advantage in that particular reception too.
Yeah.
But
you know what else too? I'm looking here. You got the cheerleaders in the rain, the band, the fans. Where else would you rather be than a high school football championship game, huh?
We talk about that every Friday night. Oh, Luke is counting up. Yeah, we talk about that every Friday night. High school football is the way to go. So much fun.
I think Luke wanted to be at bingo tonight.
4th down and 4. Stahl looking to throw, still looking, throws a screen pass, and Cole falls down.
Well, that's because the pass was at his feet. If he throws it right to him, they get the first down because he'll turn upfield and get it. But 15 seconds, so here we go.
So McLane takes over 1st down and 10 at their own 46. And we'll see if...
I got to believe, too, though, the ball's a little slick when you go to throw, right? I mean, it's wet.
Yeah, there's no question about that, and it's a little harder to control. But remember, too, that I think Oil City threw 31 passes so far this season. Yeah, so you're getting into a part of the game that they hadn't practiced on. Steve and I talked about that coming up tonight.
I threw more than Ville does.
Under center, and they take the knee. So the first half will come to an end. And the score is McLane 12, Oil City 6. Good first half of football in these wet conditions here at Fox Harrison Stadium on the campus of Edinboro University. We'll be back with halftime statistics and conversation right after this message.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with a pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 17th anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a new 2018 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Or get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $2,800 additional savings off MSRP on a new 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. Make sure you take advantage of Joe Taylor Ford's top-of-the-line lifetime warranty on all new cars. Thank you for 17 great years.
The experts at Kelley Blue Book did the research again for 2018, and they awarded Toyota as the best resale value of any brand. In fact, the #1 vehicle with the highest resale value was Tacoma. Tundra came in as the #2 vehicle, and 4Runner ranked #3. Throw in Toyota Care with the purchase of any new Toyota, along with Toyota Safety Sense, available on most new Toyota models. It's easy to see why now's a good time to get into a new Toyota. We're Allegheny Toyota, Franklin.
And welcome back. Halftime here at Fox Harrison Stadium on the beautiful campus of Edinboro University. It is halftime, and the Oilers trail the Lancers 12-6 in the first half. That's quite surprising there.
Well, it is a little surprising. I thought both offenses were a little uneasy, a little tense during most of that first half. Just seemed to be out of sync a little bit. And of course, the ball is wet. It is cold. It still has some rain coming down there, and the ball's been on the turf. Both teams. I think we've seen the ball on the turf about 5-6 times so far in the first half. That's not helping anybody's cause. So I think they're starting to settle down a little bit. I think we'll see them. Offenses start to smooth out a little bit, and maybe a little bit more production here in the second half.
Well, I hope that Oil City can continue to keep these drives going. And one of the problems we get into, they get into this third and long, fourth and whatever, but it's always midfield. And, you know, Mike's been talking about maybe going for it on fourth down some, but when you're at the midfield and so on, do you gamble, you don't gamble. The one touchdown we have on the Oil City side comes from a big gamble on a fourth down pass play. So, you know, that might be something Oil City's going to have to do as this game progresses.
Well, right now, yeah, you may see, I'm waiting to see what General McLane does here in the second half, because we haven't seen a whole lot of things different from what we've seen prior to them, and they may not. They may just stay with their offense and eventually break one like they did in the first half. But I think McLean's going to have to try to answer with the ball in the air just a little bit too. Again, it's playoffs. You see here Farrell and Reynolds in that one, and Union City, West Middlesex. We're trying to find scores as we go. West Middlesex is up 26-8. Farrell is 35-0 on Reynolds. Sharpsville is beating Northwestern, and Wilmington is up big on Greenville, and that's Class 2A District 10 playoffs.
You know, Wilmington's been good for a long time. Every year they just come out and what a great program.
This is 3A playoffs here. Grove City, Girard, Harbor Creek, Slippery Rock, Mercyhurst Prep, Conneaut, Sharon, and Fairview. And I believe all those games are scheduled to take place tomorrow, either at 1 or at 7 on Saturday.
There's going to be a good game there at the championship level.
Yeah, Grove City, Mercyhurst Prep, I think will be for the championship.
Yeah,
that will be an unbelievable game.
Yeah, it will be. There, Cathedral Prep. This is 4A, where both of these teams should be, but they opted to play up. Cathedral Prep and Fort LaBeouf Prep is up on that game, 21-6 at the half. This game has already been played. McDowell and Erie High School. This is the Class 6, and McDowell wins that one. They will play, it looks like, Alderdice coming up next. So that's what's happening in playoffs right now.
One of the things we want to do before we get into many statistics and conversation and go back to our opening, we had the schools make up spirit videos, and we saw the Oil City kids. Lauren made up a really nice video for Oil City. Now we have a chance to take a look at what the McLane Lancers sent to us. So here is the school spirit video from General McLane High School.
Well, since the beginning of the season, I think our team and our players have just worked really hard. I think we've really worked on our ball handling skills and been able to control the ball and the tempo of the game.
Obviously, we started out a little slow against Slippery Rock because we lost to them. But then we came out and we were like, oh, we probably shouldn't lose again, and then we didn't. So we've gotten better every week.
It's going to be a really well thought, just a very well played game on both ends. I think it'll come down to defense.
And thanks to the kids in the IT department at General McLane High School, as well as those at Oil City High School, for making up those videos for us. It's a lot of good work, and something that they didn't want to put me in charge of at any one particular time. Of course, we rode horses to school, Mike, when we were in kids, so this IT thing is a whole, that was it when I was in school.
It's not even the IT, it's their video production classes that both schools have, and they both have YouTube channels. If you want to see some fun videos, morning announcements, you can check out General McLane's YouTube channel, also Oil City Oilers YouTube channel. Some good stuff on there.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I tell you, with the kids, the opportunities for young people today is amazing, and that's what's good about, you know, all athletics in the schools and all the student bodies. And, you know, Jim and guys, a lot of people say, you know, they look down upon the young people today. It is outstanding young people everywhere that contribute to our society, and that's why our society is such a good one.
Yeah, and it's going to get continue to get better as these kids go. One of the things I like about the sports programs, Mike and Steve, and just in general speaking, is the discipline and the leadership that it teaches. We talk about winning and losing, and that's what sports are designed to do. But there is so much character building and so on that takes place within these programs, and so it's fun to watch these kids come out of it. We watch them in Titusville, you watch them over in Meadville area, and of course now with the opportunity to do the McLane and Oil City games that we're having, we're seeing it throughout the whole district.
No doubt about it. And the kids learn to respect each other, you know, even so they are, you know, opponents on a Friday night or a Tuesday night or whatever sport they're in. But they do respect each other, too, and they build a camaraderie amongst each other. And not just sports, too, but, you know, you're looking at the band out there. Kids go out and learn how to play an instrument, and that takes a lot of self-discipline, too. You have the cheerleaders. You know, sports is great for the whole local community of each school, and there's so many outstanding school districts in northwestern Pennsylvania, too, and there's a lot of great educators in those school districts that we're really blessed with what we have out here.
And the school boards got better once people like Steve stepped off from.
Well, Steve decided to step down to write his books, and the one, The Edge, I heard is on the New York Times bestseller right now.
Well, actually, you say that, but we have the Amazon numbers on here.
We fell just a little short of that, I think.
Is that what it was?
I think we fell just a little bit.
Steve, that's a nice picture of you too. You know, and
David Baldacci has me by just a couple of copies.
Who did the?
Yeah.
Did anybody write the forward for you, Steve? Anybody?
No, I had to do it all myself.
All yourself. Okay.
All myself. Yeah.
But check, Mike.
Yeah.
Check here. We've got the listing here on Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, the holidays are coming up.
It makes a great Christmas gift.
It does. I mean, look at that right
nice.
there.
And I would tell anybody to get a couple copies. You know,
well, that would be good
for your family.
Unfortunately, there's only one left in stock, so you better act quick.
Guys, real quick, coming out here in the second half, what's McLane need to adjust?
I think McLane needs to keep doing what they've been doing the first half. I think, they got that nice turnover to start the game, which gave them a 6-0 lead. That nice run by Benho Jones there. And he's a young kid that will get 3 or 4 and he'll break one. I think McLane right now is not forced to change a lot because they're playing with the lead and they get the second half kickoff. I tell you what, though, you know, Jim and Steve, you guys both mentioned this earlier. Oil City's got to come out and shut McLane down right away and drive the ball and finish their drive, because they have been moving the ball, but they haven't been able to get into the red zone yet and finish the drive. And Christian Cole is, I'll tell you what, watching him on the sideline, he has so much energy, and boy, does this kid want to win. But I'm not sure, guys, what do you think? Should Oil City throw a little bit?
Well, I don't know if they should throw. I know one thing is going to have to happen. They're going to have to get a good drive going, because I don't think they can count on winning this game on a 4th down touchdown pass off the kickoff or off the punt team like they did. I just don't think that's going to happen again this game. So however they do it, they're going to have to drive. I don't know if they throw the ball well enough. Steve and I were talking coming up, Mike, that it's pretty hard to stick a passing game into tonight's game when you haven't done it for 10 games. And granted, they had a couple receivers out, but I don't know how much time they spend in the practice time, you know, practicing their routes and so on. But just to throw it in tonight,
well, here's the
count on it's going to be difficult.
The problem you have now with the passing game, and we're basing this just basically on statistics because we don't get a chance to watch it. But you take a look at some of these scores here for Oil City, and these are not close ball games, a lot of them.
Right.
But the passing yards are under 300 yards total, and I think they only have maybe 50 attempts or 60 attempts for the year. In some of these games,
Oil City?
Yeah.
I think they're at 31 or something.
30, okay. You take a look at their wins that they have. There's ample opportunity to work your passing game in those games. You're up big, and you've been in control of these games. You should have been working on a passing game, because you know sooner or later you're going to meet a team that's going to be able to minimize or neutralize Christian Cole. And so far, General McLane has done a pretty decent job of keeping Cole under wraps. So it's going to be hard for them to do that. I think they're going to have to try to put the ball in the air, because right now, I do not believe that they have the capability of continuing to drive 80-plus yards. They just haven't done it yet tonight, and I don't think they can do it unless they get a big play out of it, a 50-yard, 60-yard run.
But on the other side of that, McLane has
not done much either.
No.
So
they've had the one big
They've had the one big play as well.
In the passing game, just for statistics, Oil City's 10 for 21 for the whole season. So.
Alrighty, guys, quick timeout. Second half action just moments away, and we are excited to see what happens here in the second half.
Should be a good second half.
Yeah. We want to thank our sponsors, Venango Towing and Recovery, Tom Doyle, Anderson Physical Therapy, Grandview Estates and Modular Homes with locations in Venus and downtown Oil City, State Farm agent Gary Jackson, Joe Taylor Ford, Nicole's Bridal, and State Rep Arlie James. Also in the Edinboro area, I want to thank Allstate agent and owner Mindy Curtis, Eldred Collision, and Dauber Auto Supply. Visit the auto experts at Dauber Auto Supply at 116 Erie Street in Edinboro. All right, second half action coming up. This is Stream Television in Armstrong's coverage of this District 10 championship game between the Oilers and the Lancers. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jack Flinchbaugh, sales manager at Allegheny Toyota. Toyotas are known for legendary reliability and having the best resale value according to KBB. If you've been thinking about trading your vehicle in a new or pre-owned model, now's the time. Our inventory is running low due to the great incentives and used car programs being offered by Toyota. So not only is it a great time to buy, it's also a great time to trade. So stop in and drive a Toyota today. Let us put a value on your vehicle. We're Allegheny Toyota of Franklin.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified, licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located in Seneca, Cambridge Springs, Albion, and all over Northwest PA, Andersons makes it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy. Stop in or visit us online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
And welcome back to Sox Harrison Field on the campus of Edinboro University. Second half action about to get underway here. Both teams out loosening up. Cold, wet night, and probably has had some effect upon this ball game. Well, we know it did in the kickoff because the opening kickoff, Oil City brought it out to about their 20 or so, fumbled the ball, and McLane was able to pick it up, run it down to about 3, and then punch it in.
This is a nice shot here with Mike talking to the officials. Usually
he's giving them advice.
Is that what it is?
He's trying to sell them those gloves.
I don't have to.
That's what he's doing.
He might have to lose some cash too.
Jet fan, they're making fun of me.
You can't even give them away.
Look
at him. He's my Jet fan. Don't make fun of us.
Hey,
huh?
you can't
Mike,
give those things
Mike, turn
away.
and look at Dwayne. Look at Dwayne. There you go.
Tell him what team you like in the pros.
New York Jets.
That's why you're an official.
Hey, by the way, the officials told me something I hadn't thought about before. Maybe you guys did. And I said, why all the turnovers? The ball's slick, the field's slick. But one thing I forgot to mention that he pointed out to me, their hands are very cold.
Sure,
tonight.
that's right.
And the cold hands, it's hard to grip the football.
And throw a flag.
And that's,
that wouldn't be the case if somebody shared their gloves.
But to be, realistic,
true.
Surprisingly though, you think about it, you've only seen the flag a couple of times. I think there was one holding call and one delay of game call.
And you know what? In the championship game, you don't want the officials to take the game away from the young people.
That's true.
You want the kids to win it on the field. So they're kind of roughing a good game.
Well, it depends now. See, if they don't catch the
poor Mike standing out there in the cold.
We're up here in the nice warm booth. Turn that heater down, will you, Luke?
It is getting a little warm in here, isn't it?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
And Jim and Steve, where's Luke taking us for a meal after this?
That's what we're discussing.
We were just discussing that. He said the soup kitchen was nice. He said, he said he thought he saw a dumpster behind a cafeteria.
Remember, this is a co-production with Armstrong, so Jeff and I will take care of everybody, right, Mike?
It sounds good to me.
Hey, speaking of which, we have a really big crew here. We merged crews here tonight. We want to thank Adam Bodemer, Jeff Corey, Dwayne Kohler is down on the field in the elements with you, Mike.
Dwayne's down here with me. Two Meadville guys getting soaked down here, but I just wanted to bring that
Couldn't
out.
happen, two nicer guys.
But
That's right. Being from Titusville.
But you know what? While I have a second, Luke, if you don't mind, I want to plug the Wayne Show, Crawford County Outdoors, which is on Armstrong. It's a great show. You should watch that, and plug my own show, Sports Close-Up, and watch that also. We have local high school kids we always go around and interview, so that's something to watch.
Absolutely. Both of you guys do such a fantastic job, and Mike, I have you on. Dwayne, we've had you on. Both shows are just incredible, and it really paints a good picture of what happens here in Northwest PA.
Jim and Steve, have you noticed the ratings for Luke's show in the morning have gone up since Amy's been part of it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It took overnight. It's just bang.
Yeah, Amy is saving that show.
Yeah.
I haven't.
That's the name of the show.
We're going to write a book about that, aren't you?
Steve's going to be the ghostwriter.
I haven't noticed myself. I have to work.
Oh, well, somebody's got to work for us. Keep that Social Security coming.
Well, we're getting ready to go.
You'll be lucky if I tell you guys where I'm going to eat tonight. Hey, Dwayne, you and I, buddy, right? All right. Actually, Dwayne.
Seriously, though, check out the morning drill every morning. It's on Armstrong TV. It's on the radio. It's on Stream TV. It's a really good show.
Well, thank you.
Now I get my free meal.
Now Mike wants invited back.
All right. Oil City to start the second half, please.
All set to go here. Get some serious stuff going on. Kick's going to come up short at the 35-yard line, caught in the air, and brought out to about the 40. And get a number from that running back. 21, Steve.
21. That's Jackson's Crutchins. Playing the kick and getting the ball back to the 40. He did have a big role in the last game. He made a play in the last game.
Yeah.
Here did a nice job of just catching the kick and keeping it in his hands and not letting it get to the turf.
First down and 10, McLane at their own 40-yard line, and we'll see now this is going to be, as we talked about at halftime, an important drive for Oil City as well as McLane. Oil City to try to get a stop. A 3-and-out would be good for the Oil City side, but even to stop them, keep them out of the end zone. First down 10, McLane.
He is moving,
and movement.
Left guard moved. He was just trying to talk to his tackle there. I'm not too sure whether he didn't know whether one of them forgot the cadence or what, but they did move.
Move the shoulders. And,
guys, it's another thing on a night like tonight when it's still heavily misty out and it's cold. Sometimes your concentration does leave you for a period of time.
Boy, I have that problem, and it's not even raining. Brings up a first down 15. The ball will be taken back to the 35. McLane will send two wide right.
I'm going to watch sweep out of this formation.
Yeah, it could happen. Here he comes. Comes the left side. Out across the 35. Covered nicely by Oil City. And that is Jones. Ben Jones on the carry.
Jones on the carry. Noah Petro and Braden Crocker on the stop. I thought he had it here where he get outside, but they closed very quickly on him. Nice job by the Oil City defense.
Oil City coaching staff, defensive staff just told the secondary, watch out for that tight end pass.
Second down 14. Same formation. McLane runs a double wing. Quarterback going to the right side. He's going to take it upfield, and Oil City plays that one very well. Cut off the pass or the pitch, and quarterback had to keep him. It was brought down about maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, Oil City is going to put they're selling out to stop the run. They've got 10 people within the box there, and here he's just not ready to pitch the ball. And there again, the linebackers are doing a nice job of splitting gaps and getting penetration.
Brings up a third down and 13. Big third down play. McLane will send one wide to the left. That'll be Nate Jones. Ben Howe Jones goes to the right side. He's out across midfield. They got close to the first down, but he's going to be stopped at about the 47. So they'll bring up a 4th down and about 3. Well, I thought he was going to get loose there.
I did too. I thought he was going to get loose, get to the outside. They ended up forcing him back. And when you get a kid that likes to run wide and gets to the sideline, that's a dangerous play. But they do a nice job of forcing him back into the flow of the defense, into pursuit. And they're able to stop him about 2 yards short.
They're going for it.
Sure, they're going to go 4th down, and they got to mark 4th and 2 at the 48. Doubles now to the left side.
Defense has got to watch a different snap count here, too.
On the snap, straight up the middle. And I don't think
he didn't. No, he did not make it.
He did not make it.
When he had a mark on the ball, he's short.
Brought it out to about the 49-yard line, and that's where Oil City will take over.
Where'd they mark at?
The other guy on the other side marked it further ahead.
Oh, my goodness. I don't like that mark.
Oh, remember that one.
Woohoo. I thought they had him stopped.
Remember that one. You're going to see where he falls, and he falls well short.
Oh, he's
well short of the 50-yard line.
How did they decide which guy is correct? The guy on the other side marked it ahead, and the guy on this side marked it behind.
They gave him a yard. We can see it on the replay.
Yeah, he's not there. That should not have been a first down.
First down and 10 nonetheless. Quarterback Dillon keeps it to the right side. He's going to be stopped right at the 50. Yeah, that was a 3 and out for Oil City. 4 and out, actually, but that's too bad.
Again, Oil City doing a nice job here. And again, they got 10 people in the line of scrimmage, so McLane's going to have to do something here to try to soften these guys up, because the linebackers and the corners are all playing downhill. They're all attacking on the snap.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. McLane out of the huddle will send 2 left. Now they have a tight end on the right side. Quarterback Jones coming to the left side, out across the 50 and 45, and brought down at about the 44.
Yeah, 3 missed tackles. They could have had him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I thought they might.
Yeah, but they still did a nice job of not letting them loose there. You miss a tackle on this kid, you're asking for trouble. Normally you miss him twice, and he's going to break it on you. There's the first one, and here Cole's going to come trying to grab an ankle and misses him. Number 20, though, does a nice job, and that is Luke Homer for the Oil City Oilers. Does a nice job of wrapping them up, bringing them down.
3rd down and 4. Another big play here for both teams.
I got to believe they're in 4-down territory still.
Oh, I think so. Nate Jones goes wide to the right, back to the double wing. Quarterback Jones, keeps it straight up the middle, and he's going to come up short. He'll pick up maybe 1 or 2 in the play, bring up a 4th down and 2.
Watch this mark.
Well, your question was quite good. We've thought about that several times, Mike, during the year, as to who marks it, where they mark it, and
the guy on Oil City side short. The guy on McLane side had him for a 1st down. How did they decide which one's right? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know who makes that decision.
And the yard markers are on this side.
Yep. 4th down and short. Let's see if McLane can get it. Oil City
got him now.
Long count. That was a smart play by Joe McLane. Very smart.
Bring up a 1st down now with the 5-yard penalty.
You know, Jim and Steve, I always used to kids that on plays like that, your eyes are your ears. Eat a football.
Yeah, you got to watch the ball. So enough for the 1st down as the ball comes out to the 37 now of Oil City.
And they're controlling the clock, too. You're down to 7:30 in the 3rd quarter.
Single to the right now for McLane. Jones straight up the middle, cuts to the outside, gets a good stiff arm. They're going to pick up a few on the play. Ooh, brought down hard at about the 34-yard line. Good tackle, nothing.
Nice job there, Oil City. Ty Strawbridge, first one to get there, just grabs a hold of Jones and just holds on and lets help come and help bring him down.
You know, Ty stood him up, and Christian Cole knocked him down.
6:58 to go, 3rd quarter, 12-6. Close ball game here for the District 10 championship. We are at Sox Harrison Field on the campus of Edinboro University for this ball game. Single to the right for McLane. Jones coming to the left side, now cuts it up and might pick up a yard. tell you, other than one play, Oil City's done a good job of containing this young man.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Defensively up front, the linemen have done a really good job of taking on blocks and shedding them.
Yeah.
And getting to ball carriers. They've not let him get loose inside the tackles. It's just a couple of times where he's gone outside that he's been able to really hurt Oil City.
Well, Oil City has been in a good position right now. It's 3rd and long. They can stop them here and put them in a 4th and long situation. Doubles to the right now for McLane. On the snap, almost fumbled it. Dillon goes straight ahead. He's not going to get anything, maybe a yard. Gang tackled in there by the middle of the line.
Here's your play right here, guys.
Yeah, there's a big play right here coming up.
Well, the timing is still off on this offense. They just haven't been able to gel. Their linemen, you're going to watch the guards, right guard and right tackle are pulling, and so's the wing back, but the quarterback's too late, and it's allowing Oil City to recover and make the stop.
Got to watch the ball again, too, to try to draw them offside. Got a quick 5.
4th down, and they have 6 on the board. But,
yeah, it's 6, but if they get 5, then it'll be 4th and 1, yeah.
Jones goes wide to the right now. They put a man in motion to the right. It'll be Welser. Well, Jones goes to the outside, and he's not going to get it. He's going to be stopped at about the 30, 32-yard line.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one they mark the ball on this one, Jim. He's short.
Yeah, he's short no matter what. So Oil City will take over. They get the stop they needed, and now Oil City will see if they can put a drive together with the rain coming down again out there, Mike.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty good.
So Oil City will get their first opportunity here in the 3rd quarter.
I think you guys mentioned this earlier, and Mike, I'm sure the situation was the same in Meadville, where you're having a tough season to begin with. Those calls are important.
Those calls are crucial, yeah.
Well, and this is a one-and-done deal, too, so it's even more so in terms of that. Cole straight up the middle. Oh, he almost broke through.
I'll tell you what.
Up a 38-yard line.
He has great vision when he runs, doesn't he? I mean, that was a great cut again he made.
Brings up a 2nd down and short. Must be, we talked about his speed. Someone told me it's about a 4.4. I don't know what it is. They said that West Virginia timed him at that. I don't know. But he's deceptive with his speed. That was kind of a quick move.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that he's 6'2", and instead of a 5'8" sprinter, doesn't look quite as quick. Cole off the left side gets, I thought you were going to get to the outside, caught from behind. Maybe pick up 2 on the play out to about the 41 or so. He's just short of the first down. Oh, he got the first down. My old eyes didn't pick that one up. I saw him stop the clock, so I figured it must have been a first down. Be first down and 10 at the 42. Oil City back to the power I. It goes to Cole. Cole's looking for that opening. Not going to get there. Gang tackled right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe 1 on the play. We'll see where they spot.
Kostovic coming up from the linebacker position, doing a nice job of seeing the hole and filling it.
The other thing, too, guys, it's never a good thing when your offensive line is turning around watching your ball carrier get tackled.
A little bit of a problem there, isn't there? 2nd down and 9 for Oil City.
They got to stay on their block, making the initial contact, but they're not staying on their blocks.
Hahn goes wide to the left for Oil City. Power I once again. First man straight ahead, and he's going to get nothing. Somebody missed somebody out there because the Lancers stood him right up.
Yeah, 2 or 3 guys in there making plays there for the General McLane defense. They did a nice job of getting off on the snap of the ball. And here you just see, look at the penetration they get inside there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys right there before he gets to the line of scrimmage. You're not going to gain yards that way.
Brings 3rd and long now for the Oilers. They're out at their own 44-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Running out of the power I this entire series. Stahl under center. Reading gives it off to the first man.
He's got it.
It's across the 50, the 45, and brought down to 41. Yeah, that's a good open, good block on the line. Got a man through there. Picked up about 10.
They made a nice block when you see the replays. The first back, they faked it to. smart play call there, you know, because I'm sure on third down everybody thought Cole was getting.
Petro got the first down. First down and 10. The ball's down to the 41 of the Lancers. So Oil City able to keep the drive alive, one or the other. Now Cole goes in motion. Ball's given off first man, driving straight through. Petro down to the 30, 29-yard line. Another first down.
Yeah, what that's doing when Cole goes in motion is, Steve pointed out before, the linebacker goes with him. That's a natural hole. They found something right now, guys.
Moving the ball very well. 2:15 left to go here in the third.
You know what I like, too, is they're running north and south this drive.
Yeah, they really are. Hahn comes wide right. Straight ahead to Cole. Cole breaks to the right side. Still driving, down on the 20 to the 19. Another first down, Oil City. All of a sudden, this offense got some life, Steve.
Well, the power I has made a big difference. They went to it late in the first half and had some decent drives and ball movement with the power I. And here, this half here, they are. They're just going straight at General McLane. And for the most part, McLane not being able to react to it or handle the two initial blocking backs.
Hahn goes wide left now as Oil City comes back over the ball. They're down to the 19 of McLane. Big drive right now for the Oilers. First man again, drives straight through. He gets tripped up immediately. Pick up maybe one on the play.
That was the Edinboro turf monster, I think. He seemed to have a cleat grab on the turf.
And that's a shame, because if he doesn't go down there, he had a hole again.
Yeah, another big opening. Brings up a second down, and they're going to give him one, so second down and 9, we'll call it.
Yeah, 1:10 left in the third. You got to score here if you're Oil City.
Signal to the left for Oil City. Give the ball off to the right side. Breaks to the outside. He's at the 15, the 10, and down inside the 10 to about the 6.
First and goal.
What a good move that time.
That was a great run. You know, he got hit behind the line of scrimmage and just excellent run.
Brings up a first down and goal from about the 6.
Steve, does it look to you Oil City's playing with a little more pep this half?
Well, they've got it right now. They've got a lot of adrenaline pumping. They've been successful in this drive, and that's one of the things you need to get your football team going.
Oil City power I at the 6. First man straight ahead, down to about the 4. Yeah, you got it working for you. Keep it going.
Oh, you know what I think? My eyes, second down, feed the beast. And that's the guy that brought you here. 3 downs to get 4 yards.
Petro was the ball carrier. Noah Petro, listed at 6'2", running strong. 34 seconds left here in the third. Fast third quarter when both teams are running the ball. 12-6, McLane on top, but Oil City threatening big time. They have a second and goal from the 4. Here goes Cole, and he slips up. Not going to get much of anything. Maybe lose a yard.
It's another one of their linebackers. Their linebackers for McLane were very active in the first meeting. They are again. That's Ryan Harvey coming in and making a tackle on Cole.
Third quarter will come to an end here at this District 10 championship game. The score is 12-6. McLane's still on top. Oil City, however, threatening with a third down and goal from the 3-yard line.
I just want to thank some of our sponsors allowing us to be here. Allegheny Toyota, Claypeck Auto Body, Allstate Insurance Agent Rick Bowler. That's the Oil City area. Here in McLane, or at Edinboro, we want to thank Allstate Agent and owner Mindy Curtis, Eldred Collision, and Dauber Auto Supply. I also want to thank Armstrong teaming up with them. Boy, it's warm in here too, and I feel like I'm all. I have what you had, Jim. I'm all. I can't move my mouth. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah. So big thanks to all those folks and to Armstrong. Again, this game will be rebroadcast on Armstrong, so catch that throughout the week.
Here with third down and goal from the 3-yard line as we get this fourth quarter underway. And the way this game has gone, Steve, if Oil City gets in here and can kick the point and get the 2-point conversion,
could be enough to win.
Yeah, might be.
Could be enough to win.
The way this thing has been going, they've been containing.
Guys, we got 2 downs to get 3 yards. What are you doing? Cole running the ball still? What are you going?
I'm going straight up the middle. Straight.
With Cole?
No, Petro.
Okay.
I'll watch him run an option, and Dylan will take it in.
As long as they get it in, right?
Well, it's making a game quite interesting if Oil City can score here.
How about this? Goes to OT.
Oh, no. I'm too old for that. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. Now we put a man in motion, Oil City does. They give it off to Cole, trying to get to the outside, cuts it up, and he drives ahead, close to the touchdown. We'll wait and see. The officials
His
running
forward
in.
progress should be about a foot away, but let's see where they move it back to. I'm serious. His forward progress was a foot from the goal line, but they're moving it to the 1.
So it'll bring up 4th down. Yeah, this looks like it's right on the 1-yard line.
Well, they didn't get the block on the edge that they needed. The linebackers got containment. That's a nice job of holding on to them.
Guys, did they ever run a sneak? But this would be the prime time to run a sneak.
Yeah, they got 2 big backs. I kind of suspect to go that way, but you're right. I don't know if they can win that battle up front to run a sneak.
Okay, because when you hand it off, you can't let them penetrate.
We'll see. It's clogged in the middle. Put a man in motion. That's Cole coming to the left. And it is a sneak. Dylan takes it in. It looks like he got it.
No, I don't think he does.
Oh, I don't
think he's got it. This happened in the first game, too. McLane, or Oil City and McLane both had goal line stances in the first game, and I think McLane did it here.
I thought he had enough push to get that in there.
Well,
that's why I wouldn't have gone with the sneak, I guess.
Initially, it looked like he did, but the McLane defender does a nice job of turning him sideways. You watch where he goes. He's going to come to the left side. There's the play, and watch him turn him sideways. And I think that's enough to keep him out of the end zone. It must have been, because the officials would never miss that.
It's interesting. Cole, after the play was over, looked at over in the sideline here and said, I was there, meaning that I think Cole thought he was going to take a step and then throw the pass right away. There was nobody on Cole when he went in motion.
Well, it goes for naught. Nonetheless, it's 1st down and goal from the half-yard line. 1st down and 10, for the McLane at the half-yard line. They pitch it back straight ahead. They drive it out to about the 1 or 2 yard line.
No, he's out to the 4 or 5.
He's out to the 4 or 5. Shot on through there.
He did. He was shot like a cannon right through there.
Well, this could be interesting here. That is Brett Horn, not the normal running back. And McLane might decide to say, hey, we had trouble with your backup running back. Let's see if you can control our backup running back.
Yeah, Brett Horn's their power back. Oh, I think he's coming out now.
Hey, he's listed 5'2", 205. Now they got a little extra room now. They can try to get Ben Howe Jones loose here a little bit. 2nd down and 7 from their own 4 yard line will be McLane. Man in motion coming to the right. Straight off the quarterback keeper.
Good defense. He lost 3 yards. He's about inside the 1. His knee touched inside the 1. Let's see what they move. They move it out to the 2. Oh, boy.
Brings up a 2nd down and 9.
Third down, 9, excuse me. 3rd down and 9. Big down, guys. Oil City stops them here. They're going to get good field position.
9:50 left to go in the 4th quarter in the ball game. 12-6. Oil City gets stopped. 4th down and goal from the 1. And McLane trying to punch it out with a 3rd down and 8 from the 3. On the snap, Jones cuts it up the middle. He's going to be hit and wrapped up, maybe picked up a couple out to the 5 yard line. But it'll be a punt job for McLane. So Oil City should get this ball in good field position.
If they catch it, right, Steve?
If they catch it, if you let it bounce, you have no idea. That ball's funny shaped. It has a habit of bouncing funny ways. I would put a guy at the 50 yard line, maybe even up a little bit more, maybe at the 40, because I haven't seen a good distance punt yet. And tell them you're going to fair catch it. They got 2 guys back, so there's no reason for this ball to hit the turf.
It almost looks like he's standing on the end line back there. The punter. Good snap. Good punt. And a fair catch called for, and they're going to let it hit at the 40 and rolling back to the 45, 46, 47, and 48 yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Oil City at the McLane 48 yard line.
Hey, Mike, is there a medic down there you could send up here?
Hey, Steve, that line is the soccer line. You were looking at what a punter was. That was the soccer.
Yeah, I knew that was the socialist line. I'm just with 2 guys standing back there and the ball hanging in the air. How do you let it hit the ground?
It looked like
they called the fair catch.
They called a fair catch, and I think the voices from the sideline said let it go. So I could be wrong, but that's what I thought I heard. Somebody said let it go, and then the two players looked at each other and let it go.
Either way, first down and 10, Oil City at the McLane 48. See if they can get another drive going. Last one stalled at the 1-yard line. Pitch back to Cole. Cole's out across the 45, drives to the 42.
Oil City may have done enough in that last drive. They may have McLane tired now.
It could be. They
might be worn down a little bit.
Guys, 30 and the clock running. They got to get it in now. They don't know how many more possessions you get.
Well, the way they're running the ball, they're going to run this one down to about, if they do this normal drive, they're going to run this one down to about 4-minute mark, maybe the 3. So you're right. This might be their last possession. Power I. Stall. Gives it off the first man, driving ahead. Still driving. Boy, slow whistle. Down about the 39-yard line.
Again, they're doing a nice job on these read plays, these read option plays. For Oil City, quarterback's done a nice job of deciding who gets the ball and when.
We talked about this last time we covered these two teams. Their time of possession was just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think early in the fourth quarter it was like they've got one more chance.
One more shot at it, yeah, because they both teams hold the ball for 5 minutes at a time.
Hunter Hahn goes wide to the right. Not that it mean much.
They're not sure what they want to do here.
Put a man in motion to the left, sliding to the motion, pitch back to Cole. Cole tries to cut it back, spins, he's loose, inside the 30 to the 29. Oh, I thought he had one there.
You know what? Number 6 from McLane made a saving tackle. Number 6, guys.
That would be Matt Lehan.
Matt Lehan just got him just at the nick of timeouts. Cole's gone.
First down and 10 for Oil City. They're at the 29. Steve, you might be right. You were talking about here a few minutes ago. They may be wearing down this line. We talked about Oil City looked tired the last game.
Right.
McLane might be getting a little bit tired. Again, power I, strong side right. Pitch back to Cole. Cole cuts it back to the left side. Oh, he gets upset quickly. Gain of about 1 on the play, perhaps. Or maybe no gain. Second down, 10.
That was Dalton Stadler, one of the two McLane Lancers on the tackle there.
If Oil City has a counter play, they would tell you right now would be the time to. A counter would be wide open.
Well, run up there and tell the coach.
He might smack me.
Strong side left formation for Oil City. They have a power I right. Quarterback stall keeps it.
That time he didn't do such a good job.
Should have read it better.
Yeah, that one there was kind of tough. That's one of those where he needs to fake to the fullback, quickly pull that and pitch it, get it out into Cole's hand, because you do have him out there almost one-on-one. You can see the linebackers going with him. If he gets that out and pitches quick, gives Cole a chance to do something with it.
You know, Steve, I agree 100%. And, you know, this is the time you got to give your player the ball.
Yeah, you're getting down to money time. 5:55 left to go in the game. Oil City's down 6 with the ball. Third down and 12 from the 31 of McLane. Pitch back to Cole. Cole cuts it up the middle to the left side.
There he goes.
25 to 20, 15, 10, down at the 10, maybe the 9.
What a great run. He had nice blocking, but you know what he did? Steve, you'll like this. He was patient that time. He stood behind his blockers and let them develop their block.
So it'll be a first down and, well, it might be first and goal from the 10. So Oil City back into the red zone, see if they can score this time. Last time they got stopped at the 1.
All right, you know, it's interesting, too, guys. They could get a first down. The ball's just outside the 10.
They can't. They don't have the first down markers up.
Yeah, Cole coming to the left side. He's going to get a touchdown. 5 and touchdown.
Oh, touchdown! What a great job by Cole on that one. It's a big extra point, guys. This is big.
So Oil City ties the game at 5:15.
And Steve, no, the nail on the head. I'm seeing some Edinboro kids with their hands on their hips. They're tired.
I will see where the Oil City goes for 2 or the 1.
And that's a bad decision. The number 4, Dominic West, who's played a pretty good ball game, just tries to shove him there. He's too far away from the sideline to just try to force him out that way. That's one you got to hit.
And you know what else, Steve? He's too strong to shove anywhere. That kid is strong, Cole.
Extra point coming up. 2-point conversion attempt. This is big with 5:15 to go in the game. Game is tied up. Pitch back to Cole. Cole cuts up the middle. Oh, he's going to hit.
Yep.
Stopped. I don't know. Let's see. He's in.
He's in. What a great second. What a spin. What a spin move. Show that on the replay. That was an outstanding. He was just spun. Willed his way in the end zone.
Oil City takes the first lead of the game, 14-12 with 5:15 to go.
McLane's there. Here's a hit and wrap, and just hold on to him, get some help, but just not able to do it.
That's Dominic West again.
Well, yeah, it's West again. Boy, you can't see where he lands. You have no idea where he falls, but boy, up here, it didn't look like he was anywhere near the goal line for that 2-point conversion.
That was a great effort.
That's Will.
Great effort by Cole.
That's Will, and that's all that time and effort he put in the weight room this offseason, guys. 180 to 210, he's all muscle.
Have to see now what happens with McLane, if they can come back. First time they've been down in this
I would imagine that young man's going to be celebrating a little bit more than just that tonight.
I will tell you this, too, guys. Coach Wells' team, they're not going anywhere in the last 5 minutes, believe me.
Oh, no, they know what's going on here. They've been here before.
You know, when they walk in to the facility at Edinboro, guys, they look at that state trophy that's sitting in there. Each team sees that trophy.
Well, the problem that you're going to have here with Oil City so far, and we haven't seen it, they haven't tried to.
Got to kick it deep.
I'd kick this thing deep. If you give it to them at the 40-yard line, 45-yard line, you're asking for trouble.
You're exactly right. You got to kick this one deep.
If they can. I'm not sure their kicker has that leg.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be a squib. It's going to be picked up at the 32, out across the 40. Check that 37, brings it out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So once again, they're going to have good field position.
Hey, guys, I just found out Cole has 124 yards right now. 124.
That puts him over the 3,000 mark for the season.
Oh, yeah.
First down and 10, McLane. So the next 5:08, important.
Well, City's defense really's got to come up big.
McLane now will go out of the Wildcat. Penhow Jones at the tailback position. Got to contain him. Trying to come in straight up the middle. Goes the outside, but he can be hit and dropped. Boy, the Oil City crowd on this side of the field is going nuts.
The momentum is all on this side of the field. The momentum is all over here right now, guys. Well, Edinboro needs a play to get some momentum back.
Second down and 9. Ball's out at the 44. So McLane running a little bit quicker here with the plays in and out, a little more urgency. Doubles the left side now for McLane. Dillon back in at quarterback. Dillon going to the left side, getting stuck and stopped at about the 46, 47-yard line.
He ran into his own blocker, and that one had stopped him.
Pick up about 3 on the play.
Now, here's my question, guys. If it's 3rd and long, are they they might have to go for it. Coming on 4 minutes left.
I don't think they'll give it up.
I agree. Both teams have 3 timeouts left.
3rd down and 6. McLane sends 2 to the right.
Official timeout for an equipment here in the Oil City secondary. He's okay now.
Jones cuts to the left side. He's got a field on the left side. He's at the 50, the 45, and knocked out of bounds at about the 40, 39-yard line of Oil City.
Wow, that was a great run. He did that all on his own.
Started to the right, cut it back to the left, and everybody is pursuing the wrong direction.
Steve's saying, where's the edge?
Well, that time.
Well, he decides on his own to cut that thing way back to the left, and you can't really blame Oil City for flowing the direction of the play. They were going to the defensive left. They haven't done much of trying to come back, cut back against the field, so you're going to flow that direction.
Doubles to the right from McLane. First down and 10 at the Oilers 39. Jones off the left side to the 35. Pick up about 4. that gave that little bit of a shot in the arm, a little adrenaline for McLane right
well,
now.
it should, but I'm surprised that they're not going at a little faster pace than what they are. They're at 3:30 here, and they're still 35 yards away. Now, they might have a field goal kicker. That'll be the interesting thing, but I haven't seen one off of their extra point attempts.
Doubles to the right.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, they're in a...
Now got a uniform situation.
Oh, is that a leaf?
I thought you raked him.
That's a leaf.
Third down. Check that. Second down and 6. McLane out of shotgun. Ben, Howe Jones straight up the middle. He's going to be hit. Stop. No, he's brought across the 35, the 30 to about the 32-yard. Check that, the 27-yard line.
You know,
enough for first down.
They're hitting him with their shoulder, but they're not wrapping him. You got to wrap that kid. Shoulder. You have to wrap him.
First down and 10. The ball at the 28-yard line of Oil City.
3 minutes, plenty of time for McLane. They got 3 timeouts also.
Oil City leading 14-12.
What a great game.
Doubles to the left for McLane. Back to the double wing. Ben Howe Jones out of the backfield, going to the left. Gets sent up the middle, and he's going to be hit and stopped. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play, if any. Bring up a second down. And no gain, it looks like.
2:20 and the clock's still moving. Obviously, they're in 4-down territory.
Well, they're not moving fast enough for my taste.
Well, you know, when you start running these, we call it packages, but 2 or 3 guys in at a time, it takes more time to do that than just having the 11 out there all the time.
Yeah, but you just let 30 seconds run off the clock here.
Yeah.
That's 4 plays left.
Looking to throw, pass over the middle. Got a man deep, and he overthrows him big time. Had a man down around the 5-yard line, but overthrew him into the end zone to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
And again, I think that goes back and cold, and the ball's a little slick. It's hard to get a good grip on it.
I don't know, Steve, if I'd have thrown right there and I have that big running game, still have plenty of time.
Well, if he throws the ball where it should have been thrown, he's got a touchdown.
He has a touchdown. That's exactly right.
I mean, the play call wasn't bad. It was just not executed well. And that's the problem that was going to happen. The team behind late in the game without a passing game is going to be in trouble.
3rd down and 10. Coming down to the nitty-gritty, 1:56. Left to go in the ball game. Jones keeps it up the middle. Going to be hit.
Nice hit.
At about the 24-yard line.
Play of the game coming up, guys. 4th down. 1:40 the clock moving. 4th down. Oil City stops them here. They have their D10 championship.
4th down and 6 at the 28 of Oil City.
Clock still running.
And you can hear the Oil City crowd. They're up on their feet. And now McLane wants a timeout. So on a 4th down play, McLane decides to take a timeout. They're going to talk this one over. Probably a good time to do that.
Well, going back to what you said, Steve, how much time would...
Well, how much? Yeah, I mean, you've just run off of here.
Without taking a timeout.
Without taking a timeout. I just don't, McLane's coaching staff is very, very good, but I really question their clock management from about the 3-minute mark on here. They're now down to 1:18 left to go in the 4th quarter. I'd have been using timeouts a little bit more than what we've seen so far. But yeah, I would definitely call one here because you're at 4th and 6. You don't get a first down, you don't get the ball back.
No, it's over.
Well, McLane does have.
They have 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts left. But this, and also, yeah, you're right.
Still
guys.
don't get the ball back.
This is the game, and again, if McLane scores, whether they use timeouts or not, no, it doesn't matter.
So we got a 4th down and 6 from the 24 of Oil City. Jones trying to get to the outside. He's got some blockers to the outside. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 15. He's got a first down.
Yes, he does. That was not great defense that time.
Takes it to about the 16. It was that they're going to mark it, but still enough for the first down.
First down.
So this game's still up and running with 1:11 left to go in the ball game.
McLane.
They just get wide here, and they got away with a little bit of a hold there, the tackle, but he does a nice job. You'll see the running back cut inside, take that one step back to the inside, kind of slows down the pursuit, and then cuts it back to the outside to pick it up the first down.
First down and 10 from the 16 of Oil City with 1:11 to go. McLane has to score. They're down 2 points. Jones going to the left side, cuts it up, and he's hit and dropped. Nice job.
Too slow.
Yeah. Tried to read
just
too
too
much.
slow. Yeah, he tried to read too much. Some of these are, you just got to get the ball and go. You got to see that little bit of an opening and make your cut.
You got 55 seconds. The clock's still breaking quickly.
Double to the right from McLane. On the snap. Jones
out of sync.
Nothing. He's totally out of sync. He's tossed.
They need
fumble. He threw the beanbag.
Oil City's got it. That's it.
Oil City got the fumble. I didn't see it come out.
I saw the beanbag get thrown, so I knew it was a fumble.
Well, if you see a here, guys, the ball was pulled out. Watch the replay. Great job. I don't know who it was on Oil City, but he pulled it out.
Number
7,
I believe.
Looks like, I think.
He got the ball, too, I think.
That's Lucas Lingo.
No, 1.
But if we can roll that, can we roll that back just real quick? Number 1.
Number 1.
Cam Russell. If we can run that back real quick, I'm going to show you what I mean here. Back a little bit more. Just if we can run that backwards. This is what I'm talking about being out of sync. Watch the exchange here in the number 4. Bad exchange there. He runs into the blocking guard that's pulling. That's what I mean by an out of sync offense, and that's the way McLane's been all night.
You know, Steve, besides that, though, you made a point. You have 2 timeouts still on the board. That's probably where you needed to take one.
Well, like I said before, I'll say it again. I'm not real happy with clock management from McLane. Last 3 minutes here.
And that's a bit of a surprise.
It is a bit of a surprise.
This Oil City sideline is...
Oh, they ought to be excited.
They are so happy that they forgot they need 11 guys on offense. A couple of the offensive guys were celebrating. Coaches just said, get back in there right now.
Played a heck of a second half.
What a great way to end the game with that touchdown on that drive. After they got stopped, guys, on their own, on 1 yard line of Gerald McLane, they had enough to come back and win this game. That doesn't happen in high school football all the time.
40 seconds left to go in the ball game, and of course with 2 timeouts they can still take a knee.
And I'll try to get Coach York after the ceremony down here, get a few words. He's got to be ecstatic.
And the Oil City fans are really excited as Oil City is going to take a District 10 championship back to Venango County. Now, you know, Steve, we talked this week as we were preparing for this game that if it was going to be a blowout, we expected McLane to win by 2-3 touchdowns. If it's a close ball game,
Oil City had a shot.
Yeah, they had a shot.
Oil City had a shot.
And they kept it close.
And they did. They did a nice job. I'm really particularly pleased with the way Oil City's defense came to play tonight. They did a nice job. Other than the one big play to Hal Jones, they managed to bottle him up. Now, Hal Jones will get 100 yards, but he got 70 of them or 60 of them on one play. Other than that, he didn't have much tonight.
Hey, Coach. Hey, guys. It's been 20 years since Oil City won a D10 in football.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And it was against Jerry McLane 20 years ago.
Wow. Not only that, but they did it with Cole getting less than 200 yards.
They did, but they did it with him his way into the end zone for that 2-point conversion.
Absolutely.
Well, the touchdown run was even impressive. He dove the last 3 yards.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that whole
But that just shows you, too, the whole team really stepped up tonight.
Yeah, everybody played well. 37 seconds left to go.
Just a great game on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch. And now Oil City will take the knee, and that will be probably the last play. I'm not sure. You know,
he'll take the timeout.
Take the
last timeout.
Bring up a 3rd down and 14. Not that it'll make any difference because they can't stop it again. And after this play starts,
well, this is what you tell your quarterback here. You're going to take the ball and you're going to run wide. Then you're going to circle back. You're going to take about 5 to 7 seconds off this clock.
Head down 19.
And then
take a right.
Hit the ground because then you got to get it underneath the play clock.
30 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is a 30 seconds. So you want to run just a little bit. Take 2, 3, 4 seconds off the clock. Then get your knee, get down on the ground, and the game's over.
So here we go, 3rd down 14. Not that it makes any difference. There's the knee, and the game's over. They can't stop it now.
No, they can't stop it now. 25 seconds to go, and that'll be the ball game.
So Oil City comes to Edinboro University, and they are going to pick up the big District 10 win tonight. That's a good ball game for Oil City.
And they will move on to the state playoffs too, guys.
Yep, they go on.
And Christian Cole will be seeing even more.
Well, it'll be interesting now to see whether or not Oil City, because they did a nice job here, but they're going to have to develop some kind of alternate weapon the further they get into the state playoff systems. You're not going to be able to run Cole all that much. I mean, he's still 100-yard back. Don't care who he's running against. He's a 100-yard back.
Well, he is, yes.
But you're going to need to develop another weapon at some point.
But if you remember, there in the 3rd or whatever, Petro stepped up. They started running that out of the power eye, and he got several.
Well, that was
plays.
The big difference, I thought, is when Oil City in the first half went to that power eye offense. That's 3 running backs. They have a fullback, an eye back, and then the tailback. And when they went to that power eye, it really kind of threw McLane out, and they kind of lost focus. Really not sure what to do with it, and that really kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it did me too, but that was a big play. They had like 3 or 4 first downs, 10, 12 yards ripped at a time, running out of that power eye, so it made a huge difference. So congratulations to Dan York and the Oil City Oilers, as they are the 5A District 10 champions, having defeated McLane here tonight by a score of 14-12. Great ball game by both ball clubs. Fun to watch. Fun game to watch.
Well, and it showcased, it did what it was billed to do. It was 2 teams that have made their bread and butter by running the football. And they came in here tonight, and I'll give credit to both teams. Both of them made adjustments from game 1.
Yes, they did.
And shut down the ground game off of both sides. They managed to contain their running backs. Now, each running back got their 100 yards, but you didn't see a whole lot of long runs like we did the first game.
No, and the other thing,
guys, they're going to give Oil City the D10 champion trophy right now. You might want to zoom in on that. It's going to be a happy moment for the whole Oil City. The whole community is elated right now.
And there you can see the presentation as we get our camera out on the field. District 10, 5A champions, Oil City Oilers. Big win.
Well, a couple big things tonight. Christian Cole, congratulations. Over 3,000 yards.
Over 3,000 yards. That's a lot of running. They with a chance to move on. You know, the thing now will be is where can this kid end up?
Coach York here.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Wait a minute. I lost him. Right here. This camera is right here. You're good right here. Hey, Coach.
Take you with me.
Coach, got to ask you this. Your words to describe this. I mean, a couple years you've turned this program around, D10 championship. How do you feel right now?
Words can't describe it. Fantastic. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. Didn't know how we were going to start the year. The kids played hard. We thought we had a pretty good team, and take it.
Tell us about your team. You get stopped on the 1 foot line, and your team has enough resiliency to stop McLane, come back and go all the way in and win this game.
Well, they played hard, and they've been playing hard all year. I expected them to play hard, so this is fantastic.
What about that kid, Christian Cole? He went over the 3,000 mark. What about that young man? What can you say about him?
A great kid. He's worked his butt off. From the end of last year till now, he's always worked his butt off. He's got a couple more kids in the weight room, and you see the product that he produced out here right now, so that's great.
Well, Coach, good luck the rest of the way, and you've done a great job here at Oil City.
I appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, great job.
And congratulations to Coach York and the Oil City Oilers again.
Hey, do you want me to see if I can get Cole?
Sure, yes.
Okay.
Again, looking at some other scores as other playoff games around the league. Cathedral Prep in the fourth, up 42-6.
Christian.
See if we can get Christian Cole here.
Okay, he's coming with me, sir. Follow me.
Mike's making his way over with this young man.
Wow.
You can't pull him by the face mask, though, Mike.
I'm right here, Dwayne.
And we get
trying to get him in front of the camera. This is Christian Cole, over 3,000 yards, and leads the nation in rushing yards this year.
Mike?
Right down there with Christian Cole. First off, Christian, how do you feel being a D10 champ, my man?
It feels so amazing. I would have never thought this would ever happen my entire life. And all season, we deserve this.
You know, you guys got stopped on a 1-foot line, but you had enough resiliency to come back, and you had a great run for that touchdown. Walk us through that run that you dove right in and hit the pylon.
Linemen are it all. Linemen are great. They block so well. I just got running lanes. I just scored.
Well, you deserve a lot of credit, too, because I know you put on some weight in the offseason. You did a lot of lifting. You have a lot of muscle. 3,000 yards is nothing to sneeze at, young man. How proud are you of that?
Oh, it feels great, but got to stay humble. Got to stay humble.
How far can this team go?
We go far. I mean, we're gonna play for state. We're gonna play a couple games, so we're gonna play for states. I mean, I think we can do it.
Well, good luck to you and your team, Christian. You've been a great, great young man, and I'll tell you what, a great representative of Oil City.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Back to you guys up top.
Congratulations to Christian Cole. 3,000 yards, Steve. I don't know. I think I've ever seen a young man that's run 3,000 yards around here.
Well, it's
that's not true. All those people that ran to buy his book.
That's right. If you tally that up, that's
Mike,
1 yard.
Real quick before we leave you down there, we'll get your final thoughts before wrapping up. But just the atmosphere down there on that sideline.
Unbelievable atmosphere. And when Christian Cole scored that touchdown, this sidelines went crazy. Not just the kids, but the whole community of Oil City. And you just saw it. And then when that kid for McLane, I forgot the young man's name now, broke for that first down, you saw a big sag in excitement. And they were back on their heels. The fans were, but the Oil City team wasn't. And, you know, and I'll tell you what, Steve and Jim, and you can relate to this, they won this game in the offseason in the weight room. Christian Cole got a lot of those kids to lift this year. Coach York just described that. They bought into the system, not only physically but mentally tough. And when you get stopped on a 1-yard line and still have to defend and get the ball back and score, that tells you how mentally tough these kids are.
Yeah,
great game.
Yeah, we've talked many, many times throughout our season this year how important the off-season weight room is. You just can't put enough emphasis on that. That's where you win and lose football games.
And I just want to make this comment real quick, guys. Steve did tell me, because of Christmas is coming up, if you can get 2 books for the price of 1.
Well, that's up to Amazon, but I'd be willing to do that.
Great working with you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Mike. Let's get final thoughts then. Jim.
Well, just an outstanding football game. My congratulations to Oil City. I was a little apprehensive coming in here. As I mentioned before, I thought if McLane could get up a couple of scores and Oil City might fold a little bit. Just the opposite happened. They did get up 2 scores, 12-6 at halftime. Oil City was able to hang in there and come back. And even as Mike mentioned a couple different times, Steve getting stopped at the 1-foot line, they still come back. Had a shorter field. I think they took over at their own 48 after that exchange, and they drove it in 48 yards for the winning score. So outstanding game. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it really was. And hats off to of course, Christian Cole, running back for Oil City's over 3,000 yards. And that number is going to just do nothing but grow as they move on into interdistrict play. And I don't know where they'll be playing next, but it'll be widely publicized, I'm sure. And he's right. His offensive lineman did a much better job this game.
Yes, he did.
They were able to keep him going with shorter runs, the 3 to 5 to 7 yard runs. And then again, I'll say it again, I was surprised. McLane looked tired that second half. Oil City took it physically tonight from General McLane.
And it didn't start out that way.
It did not start out that way. And hats off to Oil City, and that's weight room. When you can maintain that kind of pressure on somebody because you've been in the weight room, you're stronger. This is the benefit. You can outlast them, and that's what Oil City did tonight. At least that's what I thought.
Looking ahead to next year, one of the things I thought of during the fourth quarters, Mike was referring to that first down that Ben Howe-Jones got. He's a junior. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that young man next year. He's a 180-pounder, depending on what he does in the offseason also. Good football player, and it's going to be fun to watch him next year.
Yeah, if he puts on, even if he puts on another 15 to 20 pounds, where he's got some strength to it. Now, tonight I didn't think, I think the thing that happened to him, he had some power running going on. He was dropping his shoulders, but then he got hit and fumbled. And after that, we didn't see him take that on. Yeah. He got a little apprehensive. That's something I think the coaches will work with him and say, you got to forget that one and keep right on driving.
Hey, guys.
In Oil City.
Hey, guys. Yeah. Just to let you know, since I do the Meadville games, we play McLane the third game of the year next year. I know how much fun it's going to be for us to watch him run.
You'll enjoy that.
We'll have fun watching you cover it.
I had one of the things that was interesting defensively for Oil City tonight that I don't recall seeing the first time around too, Steve. The first guy stops, the second, third, fourth guy in, put him down. Their defense was really stepped up that way. It wasn't just that one-arm grabbing type of thing.
It really wasn't, but their defensive line did a nice job of mitigating the offensive line, getting some penetration, and making. We said that about Howe Jones. You're waiting too long. Sometimes you just got to find the hole or find an opening, put your head down and go, because what happened is that second tier, those linebackers, which weren't getting blocked now, found gaps and were hitting him before he could get going. And Oil City played an excellent ball game. They played the ball game they had to play to beat this team.
And it's interesting too, guys, to tell you the makeup of this Oil City's team. Let's look back at this whole game. The game starts off on a kickoff that they fumble. McLane takes it in. They're down 6-0. McLane gets a long run. They're down 12-0. A lot of teams that have looked around and say, it's not our night. But Oil City does that fourth down touchdown pass. They pull that out. They hung in there. They get stopped on the 1-foot line. And they still have enough resilience to come back and win this game. I tell you what, that bodes well for those young people wearing those white uniforms tonight.
Yeah, it really does. That's what champions are made of, the ability to come back under duress. So, great win.
Is that what that looks like?
What's that?
Champions.
Kind of.
I'm just, okay, I can take notes. So, all right, guys.
I'm going to produce a video next time, so pay attention.
Hey, speaking of producing videos, big thanks to the students who sent us their videos. We called them up last week, and they were very excited about doing that. They did a fantastic job, so thank you to both Oil City and to General McLane for their students and great video departments.
Just a great game. Enjoyed working with the Baltimore connection here, and again, Steve has his book, and he's going to be producing a video next. So that's
I guess so.
The way he was waving at me, I wasn't sure. Was I supposed to steal second or what?
It looked like you were.
The World
to say
Series
something.
is over.
Hey,
so.
Big thanks. We partnered with Armstrong, or they partnered with us to put these two teams together. Our team here and theirs, and we had a great time broadcasting tonight. It was a lot of fun. A fantastic game. Big thanks to Jeff Corey. And the entire crew at Armstrong. I want to thank our camera operators. We've got Dwayne Kohler still down on the field working hard. Adam Bodemer, Jeff Corey, thank you so much. For Mike Fiorello, Steve Bodemer, Jim Bodemer, I'm Luke Rio, and we want to thank our sponsors, Allegheny Toyota, Claypeck Auto Body, Allstate Insurance Agent Rick Bowler, Venango Towing and Recovery, Anderson Physical Therapy, Grandview Estates and Modular Homes, State Farm Agent Gary Jackson, Joe Taylor Ford, Nicole's Bridal, and State Representative Arlie James. In the Edinboro area, we want to thank Allstate Agent and Owner Mindy Curtis. Thank you so much, Mindy. We also want to thank Eldred Collision for minor and major repairs with attention to every detail. You can visit them at eldercollision.com. And we want to thank Dauber Auto Supply. Visit the auto experts at 116 Erie Street in Edinboro. Thanks so much for joining us. This has been our coverage of the Oil City Oiler General McLane District 10 Championship game from Edinboro University.